Hi everybody, it's Christine Bertram and I'm coming to you live from the Hive here in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. It is August 9th and I am a little bit amazed at thinking back to when Gina and I first designed this class. It was July, no, it was, sorry, it was June, I was gonna say July 29th. Nope, it was June 30th and it was a Friday and we were just going into the 4th of July weekend. Gina and we spent the afternoon on that Friday designing these 10 cards and we didn't quite get them done. And fortunately, my mom and dad were having their 51st wedding anniversary party and Gina and the family were gonna be there so we could kind of like button up everything and pack up what we needed to take with, and we finished designing them on that Sunday morning. And I'm thinking back, wow, it's August 9th, and when we set this day on the calendar for me to do the online class on the 9th, Gina did the in-person class. She had 7 people that joined her. I think it was July 26th. It's like, where did that month and a half go? Hi, Mary Lemke. Hi, Jenna Helms. Hi, Carol Alanis. I'm just blown away by blinking of an eye and like the time flies. Hi, Pauline Mays. Thank you for liking and sharing. Thank you for your order, also for the club technique class that you did this morning. I'm excited to do this class with you. Oh, Pauline, you were getting frustrated. I see your message here. Oh man. They did a little, I shouldn't say a number on us, but Stampin' Up! Changed their platforms around. Hi, Susan Bellamy. So if you are a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, discount shopper, or hobbyist, if you're one of those 3, ultimately you can buy product, Stampin' Up! Product through yourself, right? So we just call them different things because some people are scared by saying they're a demonstrator, so they say they're a hobbyist. And if sometimes they say that they are a discount shopper. And anyway, it doesn't matter how you refer to yourself, but you're signed up with Stampin' Up! And you can buy product from yourself. And they changed the platforms around. And so there's a single sign-on now for demonstrators, and they can switch and toggle between the demonstrator view and the customer view. And there's a button that you need to click to toggle. And if you're in the demonstrator view, if you don't know that, and then it's like, well, how do I get to the customer view? And so once you learn it, like you do it a couple times, like anything, you do it 2, 3, or 10 times, or maybe 20 times, that you're like, oh yeah, I know how to do this now. So, Pauline, I just saw your message. You tried twice after work yesterday. I kept putting it under your demo. So I would have to say, you guys, in general, my customer base is primarily composed of demonstrators. I would say the majority of people who take classes or even buy product from me are actually demonstrators or discount shoppers or hobbyists. They keep themselves active, but then they also like to enjoy taking my classes. And so I get that question a lot that says, well, I'm a demo. I'm not on your team, or I am on your team. Can I still take classes from you? And yes, you certainly can. Anybody is welcome to take classes with me. And you can also place orders with me to get your classes for free, just like anybody else. Hi, Teresa. And so put a little nickel in the iron and the like a hiccup, right, was that the platforms are all now the same. And to put an order in as a customer, and what you have to do as a demonstrator, you have to toggle, flip the screen to be customer view. So, hi, Cindy Reed. So it was a little bit these last 2 weeks have been hard. Hi, Cindy from British Columbia, Canada. The last 2 weeks, they went live with this new platform. I believe it was the 24th, 25th, or 26th. It was that Tuesday, so it must have been the 25th. And ever since then, if you have tried to call demonstrator support, they have had really long wait lines because people are trying to, they didn't maybe merge their account beforehand. So Cindy's a hobby demonstrator. Yes, I would have to say that 90% of people who, this is a rough guess, it's either between 87 and 92. So I always say 90. About 90% of demonstrators are hobbyists or discount shoppers. They don't work it as a business. So like I would call myself a demonstrator. I am full blown. I am not a hobbyist. I am not a discount shopper. I guess I'm all 3. If I want to say it, I am all 3. I am a hobbyist. This is my hobby. I love it. It's my passion. I am a discount shopper because I get the discount for myself, and I am a demonstrator demonstrating. So I get all of them. Hi, Wendy Tick. Hiya, ladies. I love it. It was a little hiccup with that. And so that's why if you try to call into demonstrator support, like right now I called maybe a half hour ago to try to ask them for something, and it went click, it explained that they're so backlogged and they're working through the queue and to call back later. So I also got hung up on because then they say bye. So just be patient if you're trying to get a hold of demonstrator support for something. Emails also work as well. So no, Wendy, the way you wrote that, it looked like hiya, ladies, like hiya. So, okay. So we're here to do the Gone Fishing One Sheet Wonder Stamp-a-Stat class, you guys. Hi, Julie Bierschbach. I'm excited. I had never done a one sheet wonder in my life. I thought that they were overwhelming, intimidating type of thing. And now that I did it, I'm like, oh, this isn't crazy at all. And what's so awesome about it is you start with a 12 by 12. In this case, we did a 12 by 12 one sheet wonder class. You start with a 12 by 12 sheet and you end up with nothing left of this sheet at all. Like, you shouldn't. Now, I'm going to say that there's an asterisk on the end of that, because if you're like me, you like a little bit thicker of a margin on your card, and so you might shave off a sliver or something, and so we'll talk about that. Yep, Wendy, you're a hobbyist too. You know, I bet a lot of you would, if you would comment, you would say that you're hobbyists. And so, and just think there's no difference, like if you say hobbyist versus discount shopper, they're one and the same, and there's nothing negative about either one of them at all, you guys. So never ever let anybody like say, oh, I tell people when I hear them say, I'm just a hobbyist or I'm just a discount shopper. No, there is no just. And you take that just out of there, because you are a hobbyist or a discount shopper, and your upline or your team leader values everybody, I would hope, on their team. And I value all my hobbyists and discount shoppers. So, they make the team. So yeah, so there's no just in it. And I love that you say I am a hobbyist. So that's perfect. But so the one sheet wonder, you guys, this is Jenna's first one sheet wonder class as well. So me too. I'm so excited. So Jenna, this is my friend Gina. So it's like I got my G's here. Gina has been doing one sheet wonders. She has always been a display stamper for me ever since my very first creative escape that I planned. It must have been in, I think it was January of 2019 was my first escape that I planned. And Gina's always been a demonstrator that has been on my team, and she's always done a display. And she's always started off with doing a one sheet wonder, because with a one sheet wonder, you get like 10 cards, and that makes up a very awesome display. And so she was my go-to girl. So I'd have to say for 4 years, I've been wanting to do a one sheet wonder class. Well, finally, she was getting back into the swing of things. Hi, Donna Grushke, with wanting to do classes. So I said, well, let's design it together. I'll do the online version and you can do the in-person version. And then that's how it went. And so we're excited because we are going to do another one sheet wonder class with you guys. And I think it might feature the All About Autumn, which is 6 by 6. So this is a 12 by 12 one sheet wonder class. We're going to do a 6 by 6 one sheet wonder class as well. And it might be a 2 sheet wonder, because it's always nice to have more options, right? And we want to have like a good stockpile of cards. So like this one makes 10 cards with this. So pretty cool. So yeah, so Jean and I designed the class, you guys. It was back in June on the 30th, and here it is a month and a half later, ready to have class. For those that are new watching me, just know that all my classes that I do on YouTube are at no charge. I do not charge, like I don't have a paid subscription for you guys have to pay to get in to have access to my lives. I go off of I have an abundance, and it's amazing. I'm very blessed that I have a lot of people that take my classes, so they get the card kits mailed to them ahead of time. I do that for everything that I do classes for, except for my escape. My escape that I was kind of mentioning, hi Mary Lemke, my escape that I do twice a year. I mail those boxes out afterwards. Otherwise, everything is always in advance. And so the other thing is that if you choose to select me as your demonstrator for purchasing Stampin' Up! Product, that also helps me go. It keeps me going. And you can use your orders, and they would qualify for free classes with me that are denoted as free with purchase class. So this class, though, was not a free with purchase. It was not a free with a Stampin' Up! Purchase. It was a paid for class. So this class was $55, or you wanted mailed, it was $68, and you got product with it. So that's why you couldn't get this class for free. It included, I'll show you guys here, it included a pack of designer series paper, which is the fishing paper, which I have mine all conglomerated together. So you get a pack of fishing paper. You also get a roll of the boho blue ribbon and the pecan pie ribbon. And one last thing that everybody got in their box for product is, I have mine in here, is a pack of the brushed metallic dots. And so they got that. And then in addition, the card packet. So this includes the the set of 10 cards that you need, like the bases and the mats and all the die cuts are in this top envelope. So it's a product-based class. I do one little perk that my team gets is if they want to take advantage of my Be Happy Stamper team pricing, they could have gotten just this packet right here for $20 and plus shipping if they need it shipped, and then they can buy the product from themselves. And so I give a little advantage. Oh, hi, baby. Hi, you want to say hi to everybody? Oh my gosh, you guys, Honey is here, okay? She just was like trying to crawl up my leg. Let's see if you guys can see her. So here she is. Miss Honey is making her little appearance. Yay, she was just playing with her brother in the house. I left the doors open because I know you guys asked me, where are the kittens? Where are the kittens? And so we'll see if she behaves here really nicely. We'll put her right behind my chair and see if she'll just hang out. So you guys, I have the 3 kittens, 2 boys and a girl, in case you're new to me. They rule the roost around here, so they will be making cameo appearances, and I will be giving them a little bit of attention here and there as we need it, but she is playing in the sink, trying to drink some water. So the product-based class, again, I do a few of those, like, so ink, paper, scissors is a product-based class, and then my Stamp-a-Stacks are all product-based. Bing game nights are also product-based. And Feline said my escape classes are amazing, as well as the other classes as well. Thank you, Feline. So speaking of the escape, you guys, that is coming up. If you don't know what I'm talking about, if you just go to my calendar of events, so if you go to cardsbychrisb.com, and if you go to like my events calendar, you guys, oh, Honey is so cute. Thank you, Cindy. She is adorable. Oh, she's got that little royal birthmark on her head, and everybody loves it. If you go, she tried to jump up on the counter and she missed it. So if you go to my calendar of events, you guys, and if you're looking for information on my escape, toggle to September. And it's the 15th, 16th, 17th, and 18th. And when you click on it, hi, Becky Roar. That's where you're going to see all the information on the escape, okay? So I do not have any openings for the in-person version for Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. I do have space available for on Monday if you want to attend in person in the Hive. Otherwise, I still have plenty of space for the to-go box. And doing the virtual option with the online box. And so it's good, you guys. It's lots of creativity, presentations on different card designs. I'm using masks, it's great. We have 8 different creative presentations, and it all features the new holiday catalog. So it is for hobbyists, as well as discount shoppers, as well as people working to build their business. It's more geared towards hobbyists and demonstrators, just people who are wanting to create and craft and build relationships and friendships with people. For those that are looking for a more business aspect, that's where you have me and my undivided attention to talk with me throughout the event, like in person, or if you have questions that come up, you can ask them during our creative presentation lives. And I like to help people if they want to start building their business. So this is a great resource for it. So hi, Randy Schultz. She has grown. She sure has. So I don't know if you saw Tigger. He was just running around in here. So, all right. So I'm going to do a little bit of roll call so I can get my purple book out of the way. I'm amazed at how many people signed up for this class, you guys. So when we did the Let's Go Fishing Suite class back in, it was June, I didn't have enough for about 8 people. And so we thought that this was a great, we picked the fishing because for one of those reasons is that we ran out. So there was an overwhelming response to people liking this fishing suite. So that's why we picked the sheet from this paper pack to do the cards. And so I am so excited because there were between the in-person, which was 7, and I have like 63 people for the online, you guys. That's like, 53. So we had like 60 people. So I think I have 1 left of this class. I'm putting it out there that I think I do. If the first person that reaches out to me saying, oh, I wish I would have got this class, can you save it for me? I want to give it a few days just to make sure I didn't miss signing somebody up. that happens. You guys, I'm human. It does happen. If I have missed somebody, then I have that kit for them to give them. But if I haven't missed anybody, then the person who reaches out to me first would have first dibs at it. So, but I'm going to go through roll call. You guys, one of the things that I like to do when I teach my class is I like to give recognition to those who have taken this class with me, signing up for it. So I do my roll call, and we're going to start with Patty Wright. She was first and foremost on my list. She signed up for this class way back when I started talking about it, before the cards were even made, and so did Feline Mays. So Patty Wright, Feline Mays, Jenna Helms, Sherry Everett, Jeannie Parker, Sandy Wicklander, Shirley Malarkey, Angela Knutson, Randy Thompson, Linda Scott, Sarah Mitchell, Carolyn Ketchmark, Laura Sullivan, Debbie Gast, Carla Reel, Kara Berg, Mary Lemke, Cheryl Thomas, Becky Gandolfo, Cindy Runtree, Sue Spigner, Angelique McClendon, Karen Woods, Diane Runge, Faye Needler, Melanie Howe, Ruth Nicholson, Lila Erickson, Jean Terwilliger, Susie Stocks, Judy Bobo, Cindy Hutchings, Marianne Savre, Helen Chase, Kate Reynolds, Christina Heiser, Donna Grushke, Annette Rollin, Chris Dudarenki, Mary Augustin, Susan Bellamy, Tina Bean, Deb Norman, Lisa Laframboy, Marcia Svatek, Pamela Leahy, Francis Rodriguez, Dawn Reeder, Karen Forward, and Leslie Wheeler. So again, I have one potential spot left if I haven't missed anybody. So if you are interested, do reach out to me. The worst I'm going to say is, I'm so sorry I don't have any left. Just know that this class, the tutorial for this will be in my online store, either today yet or first thing in the morning. Anytime I do an online class where we're making cards, I have an online store on my website, different than the Stampin' Up website. So it's where I have my website. And let me just show you really quick. You can always get any of my tutorials in my online store going back from like to 2020. So if you just go to shop and then my online store, that's the wrong spot. Ha ha ha. Sorry, so sorry. That's really to go to my Stampin' Up store. It's here under online classes and tutorials. And when you go there, my very first one I have in there is Country Home. No way, that's an oldie but a goodie. I like Good Morning Magnolia. And they go in order chronologically oldest to newest. So you would have to, and then I got smart and I started putting cover photos of what the cards look like. So you could scroll all the way down to the bottom and you'll find the very last one was the Winter Wonderland is out there already. So you can always get my PDF tutorials if you can't get the class itself. When people pay for this class, they get the tutorial as a gift from me. Oh, hi, Faye Needler. She's here. Needer. Oh, there's no L in there. I wonder if I did that right. I might have said Needler, but I wonder if I had, I got to check this now, Faye. Where do I have you here? I did put an L in there. So somehow I put an L in there. So it's instinct, I think, for me to have an L. So I will make sure I get that fixed. So I'm sure in your, so on your class slip, Faye, I'm sure that I put an L in there, or my mom, if my mom helped me write out the slips. I'm sorry, I put an L in there. I'll make sure to take that L out, that extra L. We don't need it. Okay, so, all right. So I think I was talking about the PDFs. So if you're taking this class with me, you would get it emailed to you. And now, Faye, I don't have your email address. So I am pretty sure and hopeful that Donna shared it with you. So the PDF. And then if Donna, if you wouldn't mind sending me Faye's email address too, then I could also include her on the emails for the rest of the month of August so that she gets the tutorial emailed to her as well. So, all right. So you guys, this is a Stamp-A-Stack. And it's a one-sheet wonder, and in your tutorial, you have one of the first thing that's in there before we even go through any of the 10 cards is a diagram of a 12 by 12 sheet, and I made that in Excel as best as I could. I kind of like made it look to the inch, hopefully. And what I'm going to do is pull that up on my phone and talk through that with you, because I think what we're going to do first is we're going to cut the piece of designer series paper, and then we're going to, I think what we'll do is we'll stamp our stuff. I'm not quite sure what we're gonna do. Well, I've never done a one-sheet wonder class, and we're just gonna go with it. So, but first I think we will do all of our cutting. So I'm gonna flip down. So one of the things that you wanna make sure you're doing when you have a one-sheet wonder is when you do a one-sheet wonder is you wanna find, in this one, you wanna find 2 pieces of designer paper that complement each other. Because then you could use the front and the back together on the same card. So sometimes you get a piece of designer paper and like the front is really pretty and the back is like bleh. Okay, so we wanted to find a print that had a really pretty colorful side, and then we had one that was more just like monotone, right? So like the vanilla with the pecan. And so it gave us an assortment of cards that were colorful but also more monochromatic. So the other thing that you are going to need from your paper pack that you got are these fish. If you want to use the stamp set to stamp out fish, you could always do that. But we did, to make it easy that you don't have to do any coloring, we pulled these. Sentiments we pulled in, you guys, are from the Gone Fishing set. Also Sending Smiles, Beautiful Balloons, Biggest Wish. And so ultimately, all you really do need for this class are sentiments for the outside of your cards. All right, so let's pull in this sheet of paper and pull in our trimmer. And we're gonna start, hi buddy. Oh, and now Hunky is here. So I had pulled it up in my phone. So the tutorial, I have it up in my phone. And this is what I'm talking about for a diagram. So this is what you have in your tutorial. And I made this in Excel and then pasted it into this Word document. And it's like, cut the first column at 4 inches, then cut the next column at 4 inches. Hi, Connie Moore. Can only watch for a short time. The county fairs this week, yay! You're showing the kids, the grandkids are showing the steers and the heifers. Ah, I love it. I hope they get all blue ribbons. All right, so we're gonna cut at 4 and we're gonna cut at 4, okay? So let's do that first and put that in your trimmer. So this paper starts off at 12 by 12. And so the first thing we wanna do is cut 2 columns, 2 cuts to make 3 columns. So, oops, 4 inches and then 4 inches. All right, so not so crazy. Those are probably the 2 easiest cuts you're gonna make today. So ultimately, we've got these 4 columns, 4 columns, 4 inch, 3 columns that are 4 inches. So there's a column and a column and a column. Now what we're gonna do is work down this first column, and what happens is we need to cut this at 2.5 inches, 2.5 inches, and then we need to cut this at 4 inches, and then this last little 3-inch section is at 1.5 and 1.5. All right, so let's talk about that so that we go through that. So this ultimately is a 5-inch section here, but we're cutting it at 2.5 and 2.5. So we're gonna cut 2.5, let's get it right, 2.5. So 2.5, and then 2.5 again. All right, so that's the first part, like that. I'll set those there. And then we need a 4-inch section, and that will give us a 4x4 for one of our book cards. Okay, so that's there. And now this is 3 inches that's left, and of the 3 inches, we're cutting it in half at 1.5. So like that. All right, so that's our first column. All right, I'm gonna keep these all basically in order like this, and just stack them like that. So that's our first column. All right, so our second column, got it denoted that this is ultimately a 5.25 by 4-inch section, and we're gonna cut one of them at 2.25 and then the other at 3. This is another 5.25-inch section, and we're gonna do a diagonal cut, and that leaves us 1.5. So what we can do to keep this simple, I think, we're just gonna grab the next column. We're gonna cut this at 5.25, right? We're gonna cut this one at 5.25, and then that leaves us the 1.5-inch section, okay? Now we have these two. The first one said to cut it at 2.25, or like we get a 2, so this is 5.25, so we are gonna cut it at 2.25, which leaves the 3 inches at the bottom, which is perfect. So we have 2.25 and then 3, so that's the first. And now we have this guy. He's the oddball. So you're gonna grab a pencil and a ruler. And what you're gonna wanna do is measure 2 inches down from here, from the top, and put a little tick mark, right? And then you're gonna do the same thing from the other side. So 2 inches. And now what you're gonna do is cut between those 2 marks. So I have a pencil mark here and a pencil mark here. And what I wanna do is line up that pencil mark right here with my pencil mark right there. I put it right in the line where the track is. And once you get the bottom one, go back and double check that the top one here didn't move on you. And so what I'm gonna do is don't be nervous, just cut, okay? So that is for one of the cards. So if we're looking at this again, we have this 2 1/4 by 4. We have now a 3 by 4. We have this guy, the slanted other guy, and then we have a 1 1/2 by 4. That leaves the last column. And this is also broken into a 5 1/4 inch section, a 5 1/4 inch section, and a 1 1/2. So let's do the same thing. Hi, buddy. Hi, big boy. All right, then we have 5 1/4, like this. And then we have another 5 1/4. And that leaves the 1 1/2. All right, so now let's look at this though. This first one, it shows we're just cutting diagonal from one corner to the other corner, right? So the thing is, when you're cutting from corner to corner, so you line up this top corner in this where it gets cut, and line up the bottom corner. Once it's good, then you go back and double check that the top one didn't move. Sometimes it moves, okay? Now when you're cutting the paper, when there's a peak that's going through the blade, if you start from here and you push down, it's gonna crumple the corner. So I always go past the corner and drop the blade down. I go up and then I come down, because then it's got a starting point to come down with the track. And so now you haven't crumpled the corners at all, okay? So there's that one. All right, so that's the top section. Now this one got a little bit of a weirdie on us because of a little sliver that we ended up making a book card out of this, and there's a little side sliver that we use on the inside of the card. So ultimately this is 5 1/4, and we're gonna cut this at 2 3/4, and it leaves us with a 1 1/4 inch, but we take a 1/4 inch off to put it on the inside of the card. So 2 3/4, so this is 4 inches wide, and what we're doing is cutting at 2 3/4, and that leaves us 1 1/4, but we only need this to be 1 inch. And instead of wasting it, what we're gonna do is put it on the inside of the card. So you're gonna have this little strip, it goes on the inside for decoration. And so this ultimately is what we're using for one card. It's our vertical book card. So we've got our 2 diagonals. We've got, hi Guy, what are you doing, buddy? You wanna come over and say hi to everybody. I know this. Are you gonna be good? Guys, Tigger wants to say hi. He's coming through, here he comes. There's our Tigger sighting, and he hasn't knocked anything over. There you go, so that's bigger Tigger, everybody. He just wanted to say hi. All right, so we've got our 2 triangles. We've got this section is for our book card, and then we have the bottom 1.5 inch panel. All right, so was that okay? That wasn't so crazy. Hopefully the diagram really helped everybody for cutting their paper. So Janice, I'll make these later. My desk is so full with card swap pieces and parts that I can't even see the desk. I completely understand. Hi, Mary Schreiber. Okay, so hopefully that helped, just to walk through that. You definitely, my advice is to do, Digger. Yeah, buddy. You definitely want to cut the columns first and then cut the columns one by one. That will definitely help you. Okay, so we've got our cutting done for the moment. Now, I will say that when these cards were designed, I like to leave at least a 3/16 inch or like a 1/4 inch for the margins. What are you thinking you're doing? Okay, so one moment, you guys. Tigger, you've been so good this entire time. I don't think you should be going up there, okay? All right, so we've got all these pieces, you guys. He was trying to jump up, and I don't know, he hasn't done this for a while, but for some reason, he thinks that there's treats up there because I used to store those treats up there, but they're not there. Hi, Darrell. Okay, so I was talking about the margins. When we design these cards, we design them actually with an 1/8 inch margin, and that's really small, and you don't see the mat underneath very much. And so I will be talking about how you can get a little bit bigger of a mat. When we first started the live, we talked about like none of this is wasted, because if you look at this, all these pieces can get consumed exactly like this, and there's nothing left over. Well, if you end up trimming down slightly to make a little bit bigger of a mat behind it, you will end up with some scraps that you might not keep. So just putting that out there, okay, that might happen. And we'll talk about that as we go. So just in a nutshell, these cards used to be in the order of the PDF tutorial. And so I'm wondering if we need to get them back in order because that would definitely help us. So I wrote the PDF tutorial in a specific order. It's the same order that your kits are made here, okay? So we're very conscientious about how we put things in order when it comes to giving you materials that look like this. And so we're gonna walk through that. So we're gonna get these cards in order as the tutorial. So this is one card, and this one uses that 4x4 section. So I'm gonna take the card and set the designer paper with it. And then we're gonna go through this one by one. Oh, these might be in order. So then this one's next. And then this one uses these two panels like this. Keep them together because they do marry up like this, and then we're gonna split it like that. Okay, then we have one of the triangle pieces. So this card right here, and that's gonna use this triangle piece like that, okay? And then we have this brown card, which is next. Oh, these might be in order. Now this flips over and we end up using the pecan side. So that's gonna go here. And then we have this card. You guys, these are still in order. That is phenomenal. That uses this piece right here. And then it also uses a 1.5 inch section on the bottom. So that guy. And then we have the book card, which is this one. Now that's gonna use these over here. So it uses that, and then flip that over the pecan, and then you can use the pecan side maybe on the inside. And then we have this one, which is the triangle piece, and now that gets flipped over and we used that side. And then we have our 3 strips here that are left, right? So these 3 strips are what we used on this card. That's what's left there. And then this one, and that uses this piece right here. And then this last one used this piece. Okay, so we have that kind of set up. All right, now when you pull out all your pieces from this packet, I highly suggest you do not open them up like this and pull this out because all your pieces will fall out. We kitted these horizontal, and I suggest you pull everything out horizontal so that things do not slide all over the place. On the back side, you guys are gonna have 9 vanilla envelopes for your cards, right? There's 9 because your 10th envelope right here houses all of the little schniblets of everything that you need, okay? So when you open this up too, pull it out horizontal, and this will give you your 10th envelope that you need. So pull that out, set it down horizontal, look in your envelope, make sure there's nothing else in there because there's little baby bobbers and fishing hooks, okay? So this gives you your 10th envelope. Now at the moment, I'm not gonna do anything with the envelopes, but you guys who are taking the class with me, you have a whole pack of paper left, and you can cut like this. I have these strips left from my pack. I could definitely decorate my envelopes with the designer series paper. Like that is the perfect size to put on my envelope. So I might keep some of these out as a extra thing that we might do depending on where we're at with time to decorate some envelopes with you guys. So I'll set them off to the side, but I'm not worried about that. I think anybody, if you want to, I shouldn't say that anybody can glue paper onto envelopes. That was assuming, but to do the envelope flap, it's just putting glue on the envelope flap, adding on the designer paper, and then trimming it, right? So we could always show that if we have time, and otherwise just know that that is always an option for your decorating your envelopes. All right, so now this is in reverse order. These cards are in reverse order. This is the top of the pile. This is the bottom of the pile. This little pile right here is also in order, top to bottom. So what are we gonna do? I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna marry things together, and we're gonna do it in a way that I think what we'll do is go one card at a time. We'll get everything married, and then we're gonna make one by one card. So every base is the start of a new card. And so I want you guys to, this bottom card right here is this one right here. And so what we're gonna do, I gotta think about how this would be easiest, but this guy goes here, And there's nothing else for this card except for a fish, which we'll get the fish later, okay? So we're just inserting that piece in there. Now grab everything with the next base with these two pieces. You're gonna add in this piece of designer paper, and then from the bottom of this pile, you're going to grab the blue and vanilla and then the two silver pieces. So we're marrying that, like we're gonna end up with this one pile, and we're gonna work our way down that one pile. Okay, so that's this card. Then the next bottom card here is grab the blue base and the brown and the vanilla, and then this is this card. So you're gonna have these three strips that go in here, and then what you need to do from the bottom of your pile is grab the vanilla, blue, and pecan with the two silver pieces, okay? And then now grab from the bottom of the pile here, these three pieces, insert the triangle, and then what you're gonna do is from the bottom of your pile, grab your tag, the two tags, and this little vanilla strip. Okay, so now that's in order. Okay, the next card is our book card. And so that would be the next one here with a misty, vanilla, and pecan, and then insert these, okay? Grab the next one here, which is the green, vanilla green, and you're gonna add these two pieces, and then you can insert in, oh, what did I miss? Haha, guys, I missed this back here. You gotta grab these two pieces, go in here, and then you have these two circles, go with this one. I hope you guys are catching what I'm doing. We're gonna end up with one pile, and then we're gonna work our way down that one pile. Now this one is this card, and that goes here. And you're gonna grab the crumb cake and vanilla here. All right, then this next one is that right here. You're gonna add your triangle, and then there's a hexagon. One, two, it's octagon. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8 sides, octagon. And then now this next one, it is everything's inside like this fold here, and that's our fun fold here. And so you can put those two pieces like that, and then this has a circle and a banner. And then the very last card is our other book card. So there's that, and then these three things. And now we've in essence got our card pile in order. We've got one pile here. Hi, Jeannie Parker. Hi, Millie Kindle. All right, we've got one pile, all in order, ready to go. And what I'm gonna do now is start walking you through how to make each of these cards. You're gonna be a little bit bamboozled because the ribbons look like this, but you're gonna see thread things on these cards, and you're gonna wonder, where did these thread things come from? She didn't give me the threads. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I did, but you have to make them your own. So what you're gonna wanna do is grab this pecan ribbon and cut a piece. Let's see what sizes we should cut really quick. So this one right here is perfect. So you can cut like that much, and we're gonna start with that one, and then also this one. We're gonna start with this. So I'm just cutting like what, 6 inches and 6 inches to get started, okay? So when you cut these two 6-inch pieces, grab your ribbon scissors. You are going to want to cut off the really pretty satiny side. It's gonna be hard to do this to ribbon if you've never really manipulated ribbon before, but you can get a lot more out of your ribbon if you do stuff like this to it, because you think, oh, that's how it's gotta be, exactly like this. Well, no, it doesn't. Take your scissors and cut off that satin edge, and we're gonna use that on a couple cards. So there's the satin edge. It's perfect to get used on a different card. And we're gonna do that on the other side as well, because that one card that I went to look at for measuring, that had an extra little bit of satin through it. And so when we cut this apart, it's gonna leave a big mess for you, I promise. So there's the other one sitting there. You're gonna end up with threads. Okay, Do not have your pet next to you or any kid that's going to like make, like, it's just messy, right? So you, one by one, you pull this off, and that's what gives you the thread. So you don't want, this will get stuck to their bellies, or it'll get stuck to they're gonna wanna eat it. So this is how, it looks like linen thread. And what's gonna happen here is you pull off these threads, and it's left with all of the remnants of the middle sections, which is what is gonna make the mess. So pull off. Oh, there it is. Okay, that's the mess I'm talking about, okay? And it's also shedding everywhere. But now what you can do is grab this, and little by little, you're gonna pull that big, hairy, messy part off. Like I'm just taking my thumb and just pull that. And you're left with all of these little strings, which we're gonna use as like the fishing line, and just little extra hairy rat nests like on the side here. That's where we did that. So I know we're gonna need, let's see here. Well, we need, I feel like there's one there. And then we also added that satin edge to the inner part of that. So there's one there. And we're gonna start with that for now. We're gonna start with these two and see if this is enough. I'll save this for a card. This, you guys, I would highly recommend, do not let that fall on the floor. It is a big mess, and get that in the garbage right away. Otherwise the animals will try to eat that, and that's not good in their stomachs. So, okay, so we got that started. So the very first card on our pile is this guy. So you should have, that's 2 cards actually. What did I do here? It's actually this card. Oh, I grabbed 3 card kits. Okay, let's put this back. So this is our first card. It is a book card. The sample we have here looks like this, and we're gonna need this blue ribbon. And what you're gonna do, this is already embossed for you. So those that got the kits, just know that anything embossed is generally done. So we've got, this is like, I call that the hashtag embossing folder. And then this blue goes behind it like this, and then that goes like that. We're gonna stamp that. And then here's your 4x4. And then you have a little side strip here of embossed as well. And this is what I talk about when there's not a lot of margin on here. So I'll be honest with you. And then our inside is actually a 4x4. When you guys got your card kit, I've already had this scored here. And then you fold that back like that. And this is what's gonna make our book card. So we're gonna go ahead and burnish this right away. Big kudos out, you guys. Anna Rebedu scored all your paper for you. Thank you, Anna. Rhonda Ayers did all your embossing. And Tammy Sikolik, Karen Wetstein, Anna Rebedu, they all helped with the die cutting, you guys. So awesome. So on this 4x4 gives you a nice blue mat, right? You can see the blue border all the way around it. With this, though, because this is a 4x4, we cut this at 4 1/8 by 4 1/8. It doesn't leave a really big border of coral. It's really very thin. So you can see here, like it's a thinner border. Now this is where I said early on, if you do want to trim anything, this is where you would want to do it. And personally, I thought I'm going to show you guys this because you could leave it, but if you do want to trim it, instead of it being like 4x4, you could take just a hair off. Yes, thanks to all the helpers. I appreciate that. Thanks, Cindy Runtree. Yes, don't forget thumbs up. I'm going to take like a 1/16 off of 2 sides. So one side, make a clockwise or counterclockwise, and I'm going to cut another 1/16 off. I just like to personally, hi Polly Libby from North Carolina. I'm just cutting off these little slivers, you guys. You don't have to, but if you do, I'll show you what happens here. If you cut off just that sliver, it gives you just a little bit more of a coral border, which I like. I like it a lot. So just an option. Now, again, I threw away a little bit of my sheet. I didn't use it, but you know, it's up to you if you want to do that or not. I just want to put it out there that that's how I like to do things. I like a little bit more of a border. So what we're going to do is prep the back of our Calypso Coral embossed piece here with a little tear-in tape. And what you're going to need to do on your boho blue ribbon is make a little overhand knot and make sure there's enough that you can tuck it underneath. And so we're going to take that and kind of guess how much we need, something like that. Yes, you guys, I couldn't do this without my helpers, and so I appreciate that you guys appreciate the helpers. Oh, there's a lot that goes into making the magic happen, and they are phenomenal. That they are always so willing and happy to help, because it helps me, and then they love to be able to bring this joy and creativity to others as well. And that's what we love. So we're just putting this tear-in tape on the back of this to hold it. And then we're gonna get our glue out and start getting glue happy. So we can do this, this, and why not do that? In addition, so we're not doing any stamping at the moment. We're gonna just get glue happy. And we're going to do, so watch this, you guys. If I'm opening up my glue bottle, I'm gonna make it worthwhile, okay? So we got that, and then we, get glue right there. We're gonna hope that no cat jumps up here. All right, so this, and then this. Look at me go here. And we're gonna do, oops, that's the wrong side. So we're gonna do this side. This is a lot of pieces. So first thing, let's close our book, okay? Next, let's get our binding on our book edge here, like that. Okay, give the heat from your fingers a chance for that adhesive to set. And then we're gonna grab our 4 1/8 by 4 1/8 and put that on the other side of our book. That glue allows me to do a little bit of wiggle, wiggle, wiggle with it for a hot second. And then this one goes, now there's no direction to this paper, so you can put it however you want. And then this one is a diamond. Diamonds are forever, ever, ever. And then that one, something like that, I guess. And then this last one, I'm a brave person with the glue, yes. Oh yes, especially knowing I have cats lurking around, right? So then this is going to go right about here. All right, so we've got it pretty much set. That all we need to do is a little bit of stamping. All right, so this happy birthday, this happy birthday comes from the set that's called Beautiful Balloons. So we're gonna grab that out. And what are we gonna put on the inside? So I'm gonna grab my Gone Fishing set here, and there's that little dude, whatever that, the little fly thing. I'm not a Fisher person, so Diane Bogenhagen, when she watches, she knows all the terminologies, so, but I don't think she's watching. We're gonna grab Misty Moonlight ink, and that is this one. These are photopolymer stamps, so I will grab the piercing mat. And here's the thing with this square gnome. This is from the stitched shape, stylish shapes. That's where that came from. And it's like a diamond. So this happy birthday, it's like a crooked one. And so if you try to make it straight, try it. And otherwise it does look completely fine if you do a little bit more of an angle to it. So ink up. Keep your diamond here in front of you, and then just figure out how you want to see it. So we're gonna stamp it a little bit at an angle, like that. Perfect. And then on our vanilla inside piece, I am going to just make it match with the blue. Oh, coral might be pretty. Let's try coral. So coral. If we don't like the coral, you can always flip it over and try it in blue. So let's see what coral looks like. Because all I know, what I learned is fish like shiny things, right? So if you have a shiny one of these fly things, you guys, I'm so sorry. I don't really know the terminology. But I know the shinier the better, and the prettier and more bright it is, the more attractive the fish are to it. All right. So we brought some coral in, and we should be done with these inks. Okay. Set that over here, and now we can glue. Oh, you know what, too? Oh, look at me. I think it's time for a celebration. We need to put that on the inside because that comes from this set right here. Might as well. Should have looked at my inside first. All right, so let's grab that back. I think it's time for a celebration. Put that right. And I did too, the coral, without even remembering. All right, so that's gonna go right there. Muy bonita. All right. Now we can prep this with a little bit of liquid glue, and we're gonna glue this on the inside. Just like that. Perfect. And then this. This is where we're gonna need a little tear and tape and some of that threadery stuff. So grab the tear and tape, and you're gonna want 2 of them waiting in the wings, and have 2, one on that side and one on that side. You're gonna pick it off, and you're gonna take some of these little threads, and however you like to do it. I have a hard time making things look random, so I just do some loops, I think, and we can have some tails and loops going on. So we're gonna do a little loop action there. Grab another one. So you've got quite a few here to work with. So we're gonna have that tail come out over on this side, and I'm catching that tear and tape on the back, and then we're gonna make a really big one here and maybe call it good. So what's happening is you're just adding some threads to the back, and you catch that with the tear and tape. So I'm gonna do the same thing. The proper terminology, we just care about watching you make beautiful. Go on. See, and if I say it wrong, I know somebody will educate me and say the correct way to say it. And then I may or may not remember it. In the moment, I will be like, oh yeah, that makes sense. And if I don't remember the next time, then you know what? They can help me figure out again later, right? That's how I think about it too. So we're gonna just make a little loop here, and then we're gonna grab another one of these threads and make a tail coming out there, and then make a few more loopsies, and then all goodsies. All right, a big one there. And again, I'm just making it look like it's a big hairy rat's nest. And if you don't like it after you get all done, you're like, oh man, I wish my loop was smaller. Well, you know what? Just pick it up in the back and make it a little smaller, right? That's how we're gonna do that. And so now you've got these 2 waiting in the wings. We're just going to put them right over the top so they don't come out later in life. And then you can grab a couple dimensionals, and that just nestles right into that blue one. So I'm kind of lining up the blue one here like that. Okay, so with the brushed metallic dots, we chose these because we thought that they would go the best with all of the cards, and these corally ones are like the copper ones. And so that's what we grabbed. We've got a big and a small, and then either a big and a small. So I'll use the big one because that's the next one that's here. Push them down. So we have found that if you don't really push them down and help that adhesive get bonded to the paper, they will fall off. And so we've got our first card done. So you guys, we have 9 more to go. We're an hour into class. And so just because of that, I'm going to hold off and not Stella these cards. So at the very end, depending on what we have for time, I may or I may not go back and Stella them. But in the instructions, I do say grab your Stella pen and, you know, Stella what you want on them, and choose to or choose not to. That is up to you. So, all right. So that is our first card done. Yay. All right. So I'll be putting that back in the plastic, and one done. Very nice. All right. Now the next one is this guy right here. Birthday wishes. We'll take that out. It is a fun fold. It's a gate fold. And I have to remember I'm going to stamp my inside while I'm at it. And what we're going to do is grab birthday wishes for this one and Pebbled Path ink. So I got to go find the Pebbled Path ink. I know where it is. One moment. I had the Earth and Elegance class here on Monday night, and it was sitting with that stuff ready to go for our live tomorrow night. All right, so this next one, we need Pebbled Path, and I think what we're gonna do is use coral again. So everything in this card kit is this one, and what you're gonna do is when you go to fold this, my trick is, so you've got this one set. When you roll this one over, line up these so they meet and they're flush and not going over each other at all. Hold them with your fingers while you burnish that. And that will ensure that they meet nicely here with no overlapping. All right, we're gonna do these. Now that matched up perfectly. So these are, I'm gonna flip these like this. And then you also have, this is the stripes embossing folder. That is what mats onto that. So let's go ahead and get these 3 things glued. Connie Moore says she's decided she loves this paper. Perfect. It is very pretty. Now, even if you don't have a Fisher person in your life, the opposite side like this right here is very universal. That's what's so nice about this paper. You've got the blues. The paper is just universal. If you don't use the fishing side, you can always use the other side. So this is gonna go right on this one. No trimming necessary on that one. Then we're gonna put this like this. Now, if you don't line yours up, it's okay. You really don't see that they don't match up, but it's nice to keep it together. Then this piece right here, I'm gonna pop that up with dimensionals. And how I do that is, I know that I need to go all the way to the end here, and then I'm gonna do 2 here and here. And then I risk not going over the edge at all, and no guesswork. This just gets centered right on the card front. Something like so. All right, so it's a gatefold, so this opens like this. You wanna make sure no adhesive over on that side at all. Then we have our inside piece. Oh, let's get this guy done. I popped him up as well with some dimensionals, so let's just put, you know what? Sometimes I wanna do odds, so we're gonna do it like that. It's a little bit more support through the middle. And that just gets put right in the center like that. All right, so we got that so far. Now we need to grab Sending Smiles, which is where the birthday wishes comes from. My favorite sets. I'm so happy it carried over. And then what should we put? I didn't put anything on the inside of this one, but birthday wishes, I think we could also use, I think it's time for a celebration. We could use that as well. And then we'll put the little lure thing on the inside. So grab the piercing mat back and Pebbled Path ink for this one, which is down here. I grabbed pecan as well, just in case we need that. So this is also another little die that comes from Stylish Shapes. And what's nice about photopolymers, you can see right through. So you can hopefully get it straight as possible. And then on the inside, we're going to do, oh, that doesn't want to stick. We're gonna push that down. So we're gonna do, I think it's time for a celebration. And then this was the very last card we got done, and I did not have my stamp. I think the color I wanted. We're gonna stamp the inside of my sample right away. And then what we're gonna do for this one, I think we're gonna do coral again. So let's flip this out, bring the coral back, and we'll stamp that in the corner, and this one. Perfect, okay, yay. Got that off the list. All right, so let's flip this over, and we're gonna glue that on the inside. So now this one didn't use any pecan ribbon. In some cases we used 2 ribbons on a card, some it was 1, but this one we just pulled in it didn't really have much pecan going on. So we just stuck with the boho blue. And what do we need now? This little guy, flip that over. You're gonna need your tear and tape weighting in the wings and one on the tag, and this is one where we're just going to weave it back and forth. So start with this ribbon angling up underneath the WIS at a slight angle, make a little loop at the bottom, and then bringing it over a hair, and then make about a 1/2 inch loop at the top, and we're going to cut it. We can see if we need to rearrange it. So what you can do is just set it on here, and if you like the way it looks, great. And if you need to make your loops smaller or bigger, now's your time to do it. You just have to pick them up, and you can refinagle them however you want to. When you've got it set where you want it, then just take that tear-in tape, put it over the top, and you're gonna grab, now when you put a dimensional over the top of the waxy part of the tear-in tape, it's not gonna stick there. So you can always peel it back a little bit or pull that part off, but I wanna get my dimensionals near the ends here. Now this has a little bit of height there. I'm not gonna add more to it. And hopefully it doesn't sag too much because there's a little bit of ribbon there. Excuse me. And then that's gonna go right through the middle of our circle, like that. Grab that ribbon scissors, and then you're going to trim a tail and a tail. And I think I'm gonna go back and make that one just a hair shorter. There, perfect. Okay. Well, that one went together lickety-split. Nice. And so this one we also pulled in the coralish copper ones. So we're gonna put a big, a small, and now I think what I'll do is put a small one up here. Again, press them down so that they stick really nicely. Okay. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Oh, hang on one moment, please. Let's get you back inside. Just like that. We've got our second one done. Easy, easy. Okay, there's that. So our next one. Okay, this one's a fun one. It's a fun fold, actually, so it is a fun one. So we've got an arm that lifts up, and then the triangle. We got to do a little bit more cutting. I told you guys we could get our trimmers away. Well, you're going to need to bring them out because I personally did not feel like cutting everybody's triangle off. And I thought, you know what? We're going to teach you how to cut the triangle off. And then you have a little bit extra of a triangle to use for something later in life. All right, so this one uses the blue ribbon as well. And we've got a little, ooh, very nice. We've got happy retirement. So do we want to do happy retirement? It says good things come to those who wait, which is perfect. It could be a birthday as well. So retirement is there. You know, you could have a couple that loves to fish and they're getting married and they've been waiting for their wedding for a long time, and good things come to those who wait, and now they're getting married, and it could be a congratulations for a wedding card, right? So there's lots of different ways. How did you forget this? Oh, Laura, you forgot about class today. I don't know, but you do have your card kits. So we're going to be done with this one for the moment. We're going to put this on here. I've got happy retirement. I think, you know what we're going to do? I will keep it a retirement because my cards that we do for class, the online class, you guys, they're always given away. And people ask, well, how do you get in on the giving of the way of the cards? And it's by commenting, right? So we randomly choose people by scrolling, and wherever our finger lands, that's who wins. And so when you comment throughout my lives, that's how you get in on the drawings that we do. And I forgot. I usually give away the previous, some previous class cards. So I apologize. I did not pull any. The names are already drawn. I just didn't marry them up to the cards yet. So we'll do 2 of them the next time. When I have class tomorrow night, we will do 2. How's that sound? All right, so we're gonna do here boho blue. You guys, I changed it up a little bit. We're stamping first. All right, so we've got good things come to those who wait, and that's one of the new ink colors, boho blue. Love it. It's probably one of my favorite. So if I had to pick a new favorite ink color, it would be boho blue. And you guys, I'm not the biggest blue. I do love blue, right? But I'm more purple, but there isn't really a purple in the new ink colors. So we've got good things come to those who wait. Yes, so you need to comment more. Exactly, because that increases your odds of having your name picked. Absolutely. All right, so we're gonna go back here and find happy retirement. Happy retirement. And we're gonna do that in the boho as well. Oh yes, Laura, you are busy moving. The great thing, you guys, people ask me a lot is, well, I can't make it to the time that you're doing your online class. Is that a problem? Nope, it's not a problem. You can catch the replay of this video in my YouTube channel all the time. As long as YouTube is around, that's where all my videos get housed. So you can't ever make it to the actual class when I'm doing live to comment with me. No worries. You can always catch the replay, or you don't even have to watch the video to make the cards. You could always work off of the tutorial. Like so right now, like I have the tutorial here. And so you could always just pull open the tutorial on your phone. Like, so we've made 1 card, 2 card. We're on card number 3. You guys, it's very rare that I actually go in order. I ask those people who take my classes. I very rarely go in order, but when it comes to a Stamp-a-Stack or like a Memories and More class, I always go in order to make it easier for you. When there's only 3 cards, it's not so crazy. All right, so we've got our stamping done. We're not done cutting though here. So let's grab this. So what we need to do on this one is we need to cut from here down to here. All right, go Team Blue, right? Hi, Carmen Sanders. Carmen, I needed to talk to you. I was gonna give you a call, but then I thought, oh, you're always busy with work when I do happen to call you. So Carmen, when you have a second, I wanted to ask you about the shoebox swap on Friday night versus Sunday night. Just so you know, you're on my radar to ask you and Angelique about the shoebox swap. No, you didn't. I don't know, Laura. I've talked about a lot of stuff since you made the comment. No, you didn't. So, well, I don't know what I didn't do. So from here, the corner to the corner down here, I'm going to start a little bit down from it and go up and then down. And so what we're doing is cutting off this top corner. Now you guys are going to end up with this piece extra. Make something pretty with it. It makes up for, like, if I forgot a piece of paper in one of the kits coming up, which we'll talk about. That's just how it goes. It'll be all okay. When we talk about it, we'll talk about it. So, Feline says, I was happy to see this bundle because there are so few masculine sets. So yes, you guys, these are all great masculine cards. And in addition, when you throw in the coral color, it kind of looks kind of more feminine too because it's the coral. This would be a great manly man card, but if you have fisher ladies in your life or women who love fishing, this would be a perfect card for the lady fisherman. Fisherman lady, whatever. The fisher lady. So, all right. So these 2 pieces, you guys, are embossed with the painted text. No, the Time Worn Type embossing folder. Oh, Jeannie's watching. So Jeannie, we're right on the 3rd card now. So this is perfect. This is exactly what you're looking for. All right, so this one will go inside here. And then this is a little arm here. Hi, Karen Carstay. Oh, thank you. I'm so happy you like the variety. All right, so then we've got, I call this an arm. Oh dear. Deer's calling you guys. So I'll call you back. He doesn't know I'm doing a live. So this is our arm. Oh, I don't always go in order. Got it. Thank you for clarifying that, Laura, because I'm like, what didn't I do? My mind went back and tried to retrace my conversation with you guys. But you are certainly correct. I don't generally go in order. So this will go here and then this guy will go here. All right. And so we've got a little bit of gluing. So let's get glue happy. So we can flip this one. This one does have a direction to it, you guys. If you look at it, there are words. Choose your words, and then that to me is the back. It's actually backwards. So we're gonna flip this over. We're going to flip this. We cannot do this quite yet, so we're gonna set him off to the side so we don't accidentally glue him. All the men, yes, all the men are wearing colors like coral. You got it, yes. So it's perfect. These cards, all of these cards are perfect for guys and girls. I'll be honest with you. Anybody would be happy to get a handmade greeting card. I'll tell you that you make. Very cool. All right, so that's what we've got going on for right now. So let's move him off to the side. This one, make sure you get that in the right order. Yes, you guys, the guys are definitely wearing like the pinks and the purples and the blues, all different colors these days. So Tyler does not own a purple shirt yet. If I bought him a purple shirt, I'm sure he would wear it, but I don't think he would buy a purple shirt quite yet. But if I bought it and I said I would love to see you wearing this, he would wear it for me. So we're going to put this on the inside here like that, just centering it top to bottom, left to right. I am eyeballing that there's the same amount of coral all the way around. And this little guy then will go on the inside. So let's put that in here and let's practice closing this, because if you put this down too far, that corner might get caught there. So we would just go like that and like that. Okay, so far so good. We need to put some tear and tape on the back of this. Laura, I'm so happy you told me that it was the not going in order is what you were commenting about, because I really was like, what did I not do? All right, little tear and tape through the middle, backside here. All right, so we're gonna cut some boho blue ribbon. I promise we're gonna use more pecan ribbon as we go forward. So ribbon, scissors, let's cut 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. And then take off your tear and tape. And I'm gonna have to eyeball this. I'm looking to not have this right in the middle because there's 2 and then there's 1 going through the middle. So you can kind of see I've got 3, right? So a little bit north of the equator by a hair. And if you need to move it, we can. And then this one's gonna line up right next to it. And I'm pretty sure then this guy goes right through the middle like that. Now we don't have any tear and tape left back here to have that stick. So we're gonna use our weighting in the wings and we'll pick those off and then grab another one weighting in the wings. This will go right in the center. Oh, I wonder if he was calling about the cats. Hang on. So he might be on his lunch hour. Sorry, guys. I just need to ask him if everything is okay. So the cats go back and forth between the house and the garage, and he doesn't like to back his garage truck in. But look at this, you guys. This was me working on stuff this morning, and Bigger Tigger was sleeping behind me, taking up my chair with me. All right, so we've got our weighting in the wings ready to go down now. Now you could pop this up or you could make it go flat, but I'm going to I'm gonna glue it flat, just like that. And this one will go right, choose your words. Yep, we know that. That says we know. That goes like this right on here. Perfect. Now this one's gonna get popped up with dimensionals. And we're gonna need to grab some fish out. So we're gonna pop this. And actually the one in the middle is not making sense to put there. We'll save it for later, for something else. Because the ribbon goes through the middle and that kind of popped up a little bit. So we're gonna put this right center. Now this die right here is from the Countryside dies. Countryside in dies, maybe? All right, you guys, there's 2 little fish here. 2 little fishies. So go to your paper pack here and look for 2 fish. Which ones are they? A pink one and a blue one. So I see a pink one here that we can use. Oh, is that a cheesehead shirt? Yes, it is. I don't wear a Packers shirt often, but when I went to go put a shirt on today, it was the first shirt that was on the top of my pile in my drawer. So I do have a Packers shirt on today. So let's see, we're looking for a blue one now. Oh, this guy right here is perfect. This skinny blue one. So, all right, you guys. So unfortunately, there are no dies for some of these. So you will have to do a little fussy cut action. And there was no magic of the TV today. I did not think of this this morning. So I have in-person bingo tonight with 9 people. And me being me, I did not work on the cards until today. So basically I cased a couple cards from Swap Cards that I thought, ooh, these will be perfect for summer bingo. And prepped them and made the samples up today. I think by 12 o'clock I had all of that stuff done. So it took me all morning to work on that. But it was good, fun to make some cards. And so I did not think about, well, what do I need for class today? So you guys get to see me fussy cut. I will show you guys what's coming up as we work on these cards. I'm going to throw in some little cameos of what classes are coming up in the near future. Oh, we don't want to throw away the fish. So what do we need to do here? We need to use one of these ribbons, these little threads, and we're going to grab a glue dot. And actually, I think I used a dimensional. So we're going to grab a little section here, make 2 baby dimensionals. And what we're going to do is put them right at the top where their mouth is. Okay. like, oop, that's going over just a little bit. So we're gonna go like that. All right, pick those off. And what you're gonna do, hopefully, let's see if this is gonna be big enough. Yes, so this is about 6 inches, and I'm gonna cut it in half to make 2 of them. And we're going to attach the thread to that dimensional, just like that, and that one, okay? I'm going to add another dimensional. Okay, that guy's bothering me, so we're going to use him up. We're going to put another dimensional right under its body area. All right, so then this blue one here on the side kind of goes first. This one looks like it has lipstick. It's got a little red mouth, and then that guy doesn't. All right, so then we've got this kind of him hanging off the edge like that, and then this one's kind of next to him, or her, whatever it is. Then we're gonna do a little glue dot to help here. So we're gonna put a glue dot right up in the middle, and you're going to weave or bring this thread up into it to make it look like it's coming out of the nail head up here. It's like, so it's hanging up here. So get them however you want to see them. But that one's going there. And then this other one will come up and over just slightly. All right, so that's kind of set. But the thing is, you don't want to see these tails here. So what you're gonna do is cut them off, and then the ends are gonna get covered up by what looks like a nail kinda. But it's the actual embellishment, and it's the coppery ones, so it's perfect. I have a big one, and you're gonna squish that right down into the thread. Hi, Denise Crabtree. There it is. That's how we attach the string like that. The down the river trip was amazing. We had a lot of fun. We got some sun and we saw lots of water. We saw barges going down the river and power boats and about 30 bald eagles. So there's that, you guys. That's how I would put that card together. And so now you gotta be careful. I just realized it right now. That's not gonna work right here. There's a little bit of a dimensional hanging off my fish, and I need for that to not be there, hanging over so much. I want it to be underneath the edge. So let's see if that helps. There. So now I don't see it here, and I put it underneath better, so that it's a little bit more sturdy. All right, that one's it. So Jeannie Parker, I hope that helped, so you can see what to do with this card. Again, you guys are gonna need to cut off your triangle. I did not cut your triangle off for you. So use that piece of paper for something later in life to make something pretty. Okay, so we've got 3 done. And Denise got her Happy Mail, fabulous, so happy to hear that. All right, so there's that one again. Now we're gonna go on to, this one is such an easy card. You guys are gonna like the easiness of this one. All right, so we've got vanilla for a base. So let's grab the next one on your pile. Looks like this. You're gonna have a vanilla base. Now, if you're not a fan of vanilla, like on its inside by itself, you could double mat this and add more to it. Definitely worthwhile. Oh, Jeannie understands now. Great, awesome. So you've got, this is the one with the pecan. It's with the hashtag embossing folder. This will ultimately get glued on here. Now, you guys are gonna wanna measure this. If for any reason your DSP is wider than the pecan, you can trim it off. If for some reason your pecan is shorter, like let's say you have this hanging over the edge like this, just take your trimmer and shimmy off just a little bit of the pecan, okay? You will ultimately want this flush and this flush, right? I think we can go ahead and let's glue that. All right, that just gets put right at the bottom here. So we're gonna kind of line that up. Mine was pretty spot on, so that was awesome. Right, and then we're gonna flip that over. Grab your tear and tape. You need 2 waiting in the wings. So I did oh, we got to find where this one's up here, because we were going to be doing these diagonally. So I cut early on in the beginning of class, you guys, I cut this extra one, and we're going to use that now. And we're going to make sure we do this at a diagonal. Excuse me. Like this. And then like that. Now we need to put these two over the top, and you're going to need to grab two more here for our adding. Now, if you are happy with this like that, go for it. But when we cut our ribbon early on to get all of our little thready things, it left you with some side satin strips here. And what we did is we put that right through the middle here, just to give the ribbon a little bit different of a look. So you're just going to add that right to the middle like that. And now you can prep the back here with a little more tear and tape. And then put a little bit of liquid glue on the back of this one. And now this goes right onto our vanilla. It's thick vanilla. That's whenever I do bases, I always use thick vanilla or thick white. If I'm using vanilla or white, right? All right, so there's that. And then you've got a piece of crumb cake. And then this is from the Nested Essentials dies. Love the dies, so cool. So we can go ahead and put this one down already. And I measured them, it looks like it fits good. So we're gonna put 2 at the top and 2 at the bottom. Oh man, there's 3. So those dimensionals that I'm using, you guys, those are from a kit. That's why they look so, like the sheet looks so big. So big. All right, so then this is gonna go onto our card base. What I'm doing is eyeballing this, this, and this. So it's all even. I'm not worrying about the bottom. And then what we can do is grab our piercing mat. And then we have on this one, good things come to those who wait. And on the inside, what do we have? Oh, we have a fish and happy retirement. Oh, you like the layering of the ribbons. Good, Randy. I'm glad that you like them. We need pecan and a fish. So let's grab here. Good things come to those, whoa, stuck together. Good things come to those who wait. Goes right in the middle here. Love photopolymer stamps, you guys. It just really helps so that you can see where you're stamping. Now, if I was smarter at the moment, I would have stamped my inside before I glued my top onto here, because now if I don't like the way I stamp this, I'm kind of like stuck. Whereas if I didn't like it, I could have flipped it inside out, but that's okay. We're gonna just stamp it as best we can. And so there's our happy retirement. And what we're gonna do is get the fish stamp out. And we'll stamp a fish right on the inside. So that's done, this is done. That one's done. So if anybody is into scrapbooking or memory keeping, you guys, Gina just did a scrapbooking 101 class. So Gina's my really good friend that she's been stamping with me for 8 years. She is getting in, she loves scrapbooking, you guys. So she's gonna start doing a scrapbooking monthly class. And if anybody's wanting to know more about scrapbooking or what it entails, she just did this morning at like 10:30, 11 o'clock. She did a video, a scrapbooking 101 video. And it's on, she's gonna be continuing to do her lives via my YouTube channel. She doesn't have her own channel at the moment. She's gonna try to hopefully build a little bit of a customer base, and then when the time is right, she's gonna start her own YouTube channel. And so we're helping her get her feet on the ground with that. And so here's our little fish going there. And then there's an inside fish. So this is called two-step stamping. Oh, Cindy likes the ribbon idea as well. Great. It's called two-step stamping, meaning that you stamp your image, that's the outline, and then you could stamp the inside part of it, which looks horrible. But then when you go over here and do it at second strength, so that's first strength, and now this is second strength, it fills in, and it's not so... It's like you do the first one at first strength and the second stamp at second strength, and that just fills it in. All right. Then that's it for the pecan. Now we just need to pop this one up with some dimensionals as well. So I did pop both of these up. And you know what we're gonna do is use one of these side guys for the middle. And that goes right here. Now, you didn't have to pop it up if you didn't want to, but I like to pop things up. All right, so this one we opted to use the gold gem. So we're navigating away from the coppery, and we're gonna go for some gold here. It kind of matched nicely with this one. And then this time I'm gonna pull in a big one. We'll put it right there. Again, squish them down so they adhere to the paper. Easy peasy. Like, this is a nice little layout. Easy card, but there's a lot going on because you have ribbon embellishments and 1, 2, 3, 4 layers. So, and then you've got the inside that says Happy Retirement. All right, guys. So far, so good. We're cruising right along here. Got 4 done. And let's grab the stuff for the next one and take a sip here. This next one is the one I need to talk to you about. I didn't catch it until later on in life, which was after the kits have been mailed, that there was actually one more layer to this card. And I'll be honest, you guys, when I was cutting and kitting, I hardly even saw it. There is a pecan mat back here. It's 4 1/8 by 3 3/8. Completely forgot to put it in there, but it's not going to ruin the integrity or the design of the card by not having it there. So just so you know, the tutorial is in, it does list it, but your kit, and for what we're making today, I'm gonna make it without it. And I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna show you the difference and show you that it looks nice without it. But if you have the pecan paper at home, I know it is a new color, so you might not have it at the moment. If you don't have it, it's okay. Your card's gonna look great. If you do have it and you wanna cut it, it is the 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. If you do cut it and you want to see more of it, that's where you're going to potentially trim down one side here. You could trim down and take a 1/16 of an inch off of each of these, but I'm not going to do that because I'm going to show you how to make the card without having the border of that mat. So let's grab our pieces here though. We need the vanillas from our kits here. So we're going to do a happy birthday in Mossy Meadow. And then we're going to do the water in boho. So let's bring this out. And we need to get rid of what's on the inside here. Oh, water, and I think it's time for a celebration. Okay, so we need to grab the water and get rid of the fish. So there's water in here, you guys. Looks like this. Let's make some water. We're gonna make water today. You probably didn't know that, but we're making water. And then we need to get rid of this one. And we're gonna flip out the sentiments here and go back to our birthday one. Oh, thanks. I appreciate that, Cindy. You know, not one person said to me that they needed me to send the paper. Like, I would have, if somebody said, oh, can you send me the pecan? I would have sent out a piece of pecan in the next package, but everybody was completely cool with it not being in there, and I love you guys for that. Honestly, you guys are the most amazing community of stampers that I have, that you're so patient and understanding, and I am the same with you, so it goes both ways. And so I appreciate that, because we're going to show you guys the difference here, and you're going to be like, oh yeah, I don't even see any difference. So this is a circle, as you can see, and what I'm going to do is stamp this maybe to the middle, but maybe a little bit north of the middle. I want to see how much ink is on here. Okay, I thought that was gonna be my problem. So to me, that ink pad is needing some help. And so you guys, we're gonna take a side quest for the moment and get some Mossy Meadow ink and re-ink the ink pad really quick. Let's find it. Old Olive, Garden Green, Shaded Spruce. I'm just looking for a Mossy Meadow ink re-inker here. I don't see it. Hang on, where's my, that's Old Olive. Well, maybe we won't be taking a side quest today. Shaded Spruce, Granny Apple, Garden Green. I'm looking for my Mossy. I wonder if I ran out of it. That's Old Olive. Oh, this is it. Perfect, Mossy Meadow. Okay. So if you guys have never inked up, re-inked an ink pad, all you're gonna do is take the re-inker and you run this over the ink pad like this, and you grab a spoon. A spoon is the best thing to do, and you're just gonna smear it back and forth on here like that. Okay, I'm gonna do that 2 times on this ink pad, just to make sure, because it seemed like it was super duper light. So this is re-inking. So you guys, for about 2 to 3 years, Kelly Lamb, my cousin who helps me, and we did Tip Tuesdays and Technique Thursdays. So we did do a Tip Tuesday on how to re-ink an ink pad. Your top, yeah, Evening Evergreen, Feline, I definitely agree. Evening Evergreen is one of my top favorite colors too. Mossy is another one. I love it. So this is how you smear this all around, and that will help spread it so that you don't get lines when you go to stamp up your image now. All right, so this is water-based ink, you guys. You can take a wet wipe and wipe it, or you can put it in this, like, underneath the faucet and clean it underneath the sink. So, hi Sarah Mitchell. All right, now let's try this again. Let's see how this inks up. Okay, can you see the difference? It definitely needed it. The top one was before, and the second one here is after. So we're gonna take this, and we're going to stamp Happy Birthday right onto our circle label like that. Perfect. And now, I think it calls for a celebration. We're gonna do that in the green as well. So grab the green ink again, ink up this one. And that's gonna go right about here. Perfect. All right, that's it for green. And so now we need the boho blue though. Boho blue is what we're gonna use for our water. Now, if you stamp it at first strength, it's going to be very dark. So you wanna do like a stamp off. And what we're gonna do is we're making water. We're just putting a line of water like the deep blue sea here. Just like that. So if you want to stamp a fish down there, you can too, but I just put a little bit of water down on the bottom. And then we're gonna do the same thing on this one. Now, how are we gonna do this so that it's straight? I ended up going a little bit kittywampus on mine. I ended up having to come up here and my water was going crooked. So, all right, so figure out how you want, hi Sherry Martin, figure out how you want your happy birthday to go. You are definitely gonna stamp off, and now try to get your water so it's straight. And so I go like that there. And then we're gonna do one over here. Oh, I like it, it's perfect. Okay, I'm good. Okay, I'm leaving it just like that. So I did one on that side and one on that side. I'm not worried about like the middle. And so that's exactly what I want. So we've got that. Let's shut the ink pad then, because I think we're good with this. All right. We have here this and this. We have this ribbon ready to go, but we also need one more ribbon. So sometimes what I do is just grab the card. We don't want the glue. We're going to take the ribbon scissors. And now we've got that. So now we get to do a little bit of assembly. Now, what's nice about having the pecan mat is it gives you a home base for putting everything together. But because you don't have it, we're gonna do this the hard way, which it still will work, but it's gonna be the hard way, and it's okay. We got this. So you need these 3 pieces right here, and we're gonna make them become one. But how do you make them the right size, right? That's why the pecan is nice, I will be honest, but watch this. This is how we're going to do this. So we have here, we're gonna use this green as like a little bit of a landing spot. This goes here. And then this is what connects them, right? So what we're gonna do, tear and tape. So we're gonna grab tear and tape, and we are going to go from one end to the other, and then we're gonna do it again, just like this, okay? We're only gonna pick off one side for right now. And if you look at this, you can see that it barely, it catches them, but just a little bit catches them. So what we're gonna do is pick off one for now. And if any of the tear and tape goes over the edge, just fold it back like that, okay? So, hi Judy Sharp joining late. So we've got this exactly where we want it, right? So I've got the same margin top, left and here. And now we're gonna catch. So just so you know, the green piece is, I've got it just a hair longer because it was cut at 4 1/8. You can leave it at 4 1/8, or you could cut it at 4. I'm gonna leave it at 4 1/8 just because I don't wanna cut it right now because I got tape all over it. But you could cut it down to 4 and then it's gonna be the same height. But right now, what I'm gonna do is put a little bit of overhang and a little bit of overhang, and I'm gonna try to match it up, kind of catch that. So I've got, and here's the way to double check it. So I'm looking at this corner right here and that corner. What I can do is just pull this off a hair and get it to come down just a little bit more. So I've connected that side now. All right, so now we're gonna connect the other side. So just roll that back, and you can see I've got a little bit of overhang here and a little bit of overhang here. Because technically, if that pecan pie was back there, it would be a 1/16 on each side. So now I like to work with my right hand. So I'm gonna put this now this way, line this up right where it needs to go. And now you're gonna line this back up where it needs to go. Okay, got it? Right, don't press too much right here because we gotta pick this up. So now what's happening though is we've just connected these like this, okay? It was a little bit more work because if you would have had the pecan piece, you could have just put this down and then you could put this down and then you could put this down and then wrapped. But because we have it like this, it still works. And now what we're gonna do, now we can put our ribbon down. So we're gonna need 4 weighting in the wings like this. Thanks, Donna Grushki. And then we're going to put this right here and that one right there. It would be too hard to do that with liquid glue, you guys. So make sure you use some tear and tape. And then this one will go down first, like this. And then this little corner is gonna flip over. I should say this end. And now put the one piece down, put another piece down. And we've got that ready for this other piece that we have right here. And you add that. I mean, you don't have to use it, right? If you don't like the extra little bit of satin through the middle, you don't have to do it. You could definitely skip it. But that goes right in the middle like that. And that goes like that. And now you've got these other 2 waiting here, ready to go. So we pulled it off. We made it happen. And now what you're gonna do is a little bit of liquid glue behind there. Pick this up. And then now let's just get this straight on our card. So if it was me at home doing this class, and let's say you're doing this later in life, right? I would trim this. If you're not gonna add the pecan, if you're gonna add the pecan, leave the green. But if you are going to not add the pecan and marry it up like I just did, I would trim this down to 4 inches because then this pecan will look like it's in line with the edge of the designer paper. I mean, this doesn't look bad by any means, but it would come a little bit shorter here and a little shorter here, and it all would be flush going down this edge. So I had tape already on there, so I just let it be. All right, so then this one, what we're gonna do is pop and pop, and then this gets glue. So grab these dimensionals back, and we're getting to the ends here, so we're gonna cut. Guys, when you get to the edge here, all this edge stuff is perfectly usable dimensionals. So we're gonna pop up the vanilla piece. And then our circles though, this pecan circle, I'm gonna put 2 here, so here and here, and then at the bottom. Because I don't wanna put more dimensional there. So we're gonna just catch this circle on the top and the bottom. We're gonna set that right on here, something so it's kind of centered top to bottom. And then this one, don't miss the pecan. Right, exactly, don't miss the pecan. Oh, Nedra loves all the cards, yay. All right, so now make sure your water is straight. I think what happened is I added the water as an afterthought on that one. I stamped the water on after my card was already put together. That's what happened on that one. All right, and so Cindy said that she likes adding that satin ribbon through the middle. I agree. It makes it look better, definitely. There. Okay, so we're not done quite yet. We're gonna glue our inside in, and we are going to we're gonna get a fish. Right, like that's there. And then our fish comes from this paper. Now, if you do have this die set at home, the fish that got used on this card is actually the one that there's a die for. So you could grab that fish out, but, oh man, these are all big ones. Hang on, let's find, got lots of side fish here going on. There's a piece right here. We're just gonna grab this out. And that back in. And we're gonna grab this one. So this is the one that has the die. I don't have the die here right now, so we're just gonna take a hot second and fussy cut it. And while I'm here, let's just see what else we have for fish. Oh, there's a big one and a small blue and another one of these. A small blue and a big one. Oh, we're gonna grab these for the next card then. I have them ready to go, so I don't have to pull the paper out again. Oh, Cindy said I made it. Yay, I did it. And it looks great. When I get, oh, I don't want to lose a string here. When I get done with the fish, we're going to do a side-by-side comparison. And you guys can really see that there really isn't much difference between the two. It just, having that pecan underneath, it really does, it helps make it assemble a little bit easier. But I showed you how to do it, and it saved a piece of paper. I keep reading Mary's comment, don't miss the pecan. Yup, don't want to miss that pecan. All right, so here's our fish. You see, it was just as easy to fussy cut that little guy. And then we made this one look like it's just swimming right into the water. And so you've got a double stack and a double stack. And so what we need on the back end of our fish here is a double stuffed Oreo cookie here. So 1, 2, and then we will put the glue dot under his mouth because that actually hits the water. So he's swimming right onto our card here. So that double stuff now, it actually looks really cool because it adds the same height. Now he's flush there. All right, so side by side. Oh, we're not done. One moment, please. We did the gold gems on this one. So we got a big and a small. And let's get you right there. And I guess we'll use a big one right there. Okay. Let's see a side by side. All right. So this is the one we just did in class without the pecan. And then this is the one with the pecan. Like, yes, you can see that there's a little hint of brown up there, but it definitely looks okay without it. So, and I showed you how to put it together. So if you don't have your own pecan to add at home, then you definitely want to go this route. Hi, little girl. She brought her mouse to us, you guys. Hi, baby Jane. Hi. All right, so there you go. We have one more card done. You want me to throw that to you, little girl? She didn't see me throw it. Oh, man. Okay. Let's get the next one out, you guys. All right. Let's grab that. And this one is our book card. We all love a good book card. All right. All right. So this one is our vertical book card. We just did the horizontal book card. Yes. Yes, exactly. Cindy says you can barely see it. You are correct. All right. So that's why I was glad you guys, if I had to miss adding one piece of paper to your kit, I'm glad it was that one. All right, so here's our card base. Hi, baby. You want me to throw your mousey, don't you? And then this folds back like this, okay? And why don't we go ahead and glue our binding down? So when it comes to a book card, there's no reason why we can't just get that glued right away. All right. So we'll give that a second here to dry. And these are our two labels. These labels come from the Something Fancy dies. So we need those. And then, yeah, Randy said she can hardly see the difference too. Perfect. So that's our inside. We're gonna make this into a birthday card as well. Now, this paper here is perfect to me. It matches and like you have a nice border. What we did on this one, this is like a 1 1/8 by 5 3/8, and then this is your 1-inch strip. Like you just see that 1/16 of an inch. On this one, I don't mind it so much, but double check yours. If you need to trim a hair off of the designer paper, now's the time to do it before you get the glue on it. So, where'd you put your mousey? I don't see where oh, there it is. Here, let's throw this little girl. There you go. All right, so let's get, so we checked it all. We're good with the glue. So we're gonna glue, and we're gonna glue. You guys, she's playing fetch with me. Oh, she brings me the mouse. And then she wants me to throw it. So she's so good. She's like, oh, so Diane calls her a dat, like she's a dog cat. All right, so we got this and this, like that. Okay, so we're gonna put this one right on the binding here, just like that. And then this one goes right in the middle of it. And then this guy, again, there's no real direction to this paper, so you can put it on whichever way works best for you. And that goes like that. Okay, so we got that so far. Let's get our little bit of stamping done. So we're gonna pull back the good things come to those who wait. And let's clean these though, so that we can put them away. And then, oh, we've got happy birthday out, so that's perfect. Hi, Linda Hall. Kitties are so funny. Sometimes they want left. Yeah, exactly. Sometimes they want to be alone completely, and then the next they want to stick right by your side. Yep, that is so true. All right, so we got these cleaned up, and we're going to grab and put the water back. Hi, honey. Do you want to say hi to everybody again? All right, you guys. You get another little honey sighting. So that's our little girl. It's her little royal birthmark. She's got a little gem on her head. Everybody likes to pet her right there. And she doesn't even know why. Everybody loves that little spot on her. So, all right, hop back down, little girl. Okay, so we got the water. We're gonna flip this back. We got the water done, and we need to grab the good things. And, what's on the inside here? Oh, we put the designer paper on that, so we don't have anything stamped there. All right, so let's grab this one. And we're done with that. So we've got blue. So we used Misty Moonlight. Hi. Yeah, you're wanting attention, don't you? Yes, okay. So we've got happy birthday. We're gonna put that. So remember, you're gonna use this little strip here on the side. So that kind of accounts for a little bit. So your center is a little bit more to the left then. So you're gonna put happy birthday there. And then we have, so we call Honey the toe hunter, you guys. She is obsessed with your feet when you're laying underneath the covers and you move your feet. She like pounces on your feet. And she goes after your toes then. So you gotta be very careful. I wear big wool socks because my feet are always so cold. And so she loves to go after my feet in my wool socks. So we got good things come to those who wait. So we call her the toe hunter. All right, so that's it for our stamping on this. So we're gonna put that guy there. All right, so now we get to do a little bit more assembly. So this little strip here, you guys, you don't need a lot of glue for it. Oh, honey, you just are so excited to be here, right? All right. Where are you gonna go, Junior? Okay. So we're gonna put a little bit of glue right here. Then you guys, don't do too thick, otherwise it's gonna ooze out all over you. And then this is going to go right on the edge here. And Honey wants to help you guys. There she is, her little orange and tight. Oh, you think so? Oh, you think you're so funny. Okay. All right, so this then, so you guys, she'll be here for just a second, and then she's gonna be like, yup, I've had enough of you guys, and she'll be gone, so don't worry. For those that love cats, I can tell you, enjoy her. For those that don't like cats, so sorry. She'll be gone in a moment. You know what? We're gonna just work around her for a second, and that's okay, because you know what? Just like Feline said, that when they don't want to be by you, then you're wanting to give them some love and they don't want to have love. And now she's like, I want to be the center of attention. All right, so there she's going to go. All right. Wow. What was that? That was a big boom, you guys. I don't know if you heard that. That was outside. Something went boom. Okay, we need here another trickery with the ribbon. Not really trickery, but another way to do the ribbon. So we're going to cut about, what, 3 inches there? And we're actually going to cut this in half. So if the ribbon is too wide for you, all you have to do is change it and just take it and cut it in half. Just like this. Oh, and you know what? I realized I cut double what I really need, because when I cut this now, I only need this much. So I really would have been able to just cut probably 1.5 inches. So it's okay. So we've got that ready to go. And then we're gonna need the pecan here. Are they from the same litter? Are they sure? Okay, so Tigger is from the first litter that, well, so Bootsy is the name of the mother, right? Bootsy's been having babies on my parents' farm for years. And so Tigger was the litter that was from, they were born last August. And if you guys have been with me for about a year now, Tigger had a sister, Honey, that was born last August, and Honey passed away on us during her, she went in to get spayed and she never came home. So Tigger and Tyler and I, we all lost the original Honey 1.0 back on February 7th. It was really sad, you guys. It took me a long time to not cry about that. And so Bootsy got pregnant again, and she gave birth to 4 more kittens, and there was a Honey lookalike. And so we got Honey and Hunky then, and then now we're complete. Our family's complete, I guess you could say. So what you guys, we got to do the blue first. So this little blue is coming out the corner like this, right, like that. And this other blue is coming out the bottom corner like that, all right? So, so if you guys are curious, some of you have been watching me, so you know what Honey looks like, but Honey looks like the original Honey, and you can see her through my phone here. She had a little orange marking as well. Oh, there, you saw her, just a split second. You saw that was the original Honey 1.0 with Tigger, and now we added Hunky and Honey 2.0. All right, so you guys, we need some weighting in the wings. Can't forget about our weighting in the wings, because it makes it easier, because then you don't have to like let go of the ribbon. So this one is gonna be a tail coming out like this, and then we need our loop, all right? So a loop like this, something like that. And then what you're gonna do is cut this, and that's where you have your weighting in the wings right here, ready to go, okay? Don't worry about that hanging over. We can always catch that later. Now we're gonna do, so I'm holding it upside down, so I almost gotta go like this. Same thing, tail on this side. And then we've got the loop here, yeah. So Honey and Hunky are from the same batch, and then Tigger is from the same mother. So they all have the same mother. Mother is Bootsy. And just like Honey has her little boots, that's where Bootsy gets her name from, because she has little boots. All right, you guys, that's what we did for the ribbon here, okay? So we're getting there. Then what we'll do is we're gonna just trim that little edge off there. We're going to put dimensionals on this. And this will go, let's flip this back so we can see it. Oh, thanks, Mary. We enjoy these kittens. So we actually, Tyler and I sat down and watched a movie last night. It was date night, you guys. So we have date night on Tuesday nights because we were always so busy otherwise. So we actually, we cleaned out the garden, you guys. It was so amazing. The garden was never planted from last year because we never had a chance to undo the garden last year, like at the end of the season. So it was full of weeds. My poor neighbors had to put up with our weeds. So we spent 1.5 hours cleaning out the garden last night. And then after that, we watched a movie. And we sat on the couch and the cats all curled up with us. It was so adorable. Okay, did you guys see what I did? I forgot to do the blue. You got me talking and I got distracted. Just look at that. I usually don't forget things like that. That goes on there like that. And then this is gonna get glued flat. So let's do that. And so it was an ability to use both of the ribbons on a card, right? If you don't like it, you guys, so just know, if you ever see a card that I design or like design with others, right, that is our design, you don't like it, you can change it however you want to. You do not have to do your ribbon like this. If you're like, yup, I don't like that, that's ugly, switch it up, make it your own, do whatever you want. It will never hurt our feelings at all. So, all right, so we're gonna cut this ribbon here like that. So the reason I say, you guys, about the cats, if you love them, enjoy them. If you don't, then just ignore it. I had somebody that reached out to me and was totally appalled with the cats and said I should never have them basically on lives and that they need to go. And I'm like, oh, I don't think so. They don't have to take away my cats from like my life to have what I do with my business. So that's why I always put a disclaimer out there that if you're not a cat person, you don't have to watch. So, but most of you guys never have a problem with it at all. And I so appreciate that. So they always mean well. So the other thing you could do if you don't like, so that's what I've got for the ribbon. If you want to see another little bit of fun to this, you could take and fray this blue ribbon. It looks kind of cool if you fray it. Some people don't like that look, but if you take it and fray it, it just gives it a more rustic look maybe. I guess just take your pick tool and just pull it apart like that. It gets this little curling, it's so cool. It adds a little curl to it. So it kind of curls that way and then that one curls that way. You could also, if you want, fray the ends of that pecan a little bit and it brings it apart just a little bit. Oh, thanks, Cindy. I appreciate that. Yeah, you guys, the comments that I get that you guys love the cats are so amazing, and I love that. I appreciate that. The cats love it because they are a part of our lives, and this is their home. Out here is where they're home. They're literally, it's so cute. They're sleeping together on the windowsill right now. All right, so this one uses the bronze. Yay! So we get to use some bronze beads here, or some bronze gems. I got a big one down here, and then we've got one there, and we're gonna put one up there. Again, push them down. All right, perfect. Put it on the blue. Oh yeah, thanks, Cindy. I caught it. I caught it after the fact. So I have a little bit of, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna peel, because that's not really sticking. I'm going to peel off. I'm going to, just because, we're gonna peel that off and we're gonna put a dimensional right there. And that will help that, because that wasn't sticking so good. So we're gonna stick that, and I bet the same thing's happening on this side. It needs a little more support, like an underwire bra, right? We need a little more support down there. And so we're going to peel that back, and then there. That's good. I'm happy. Happy like that. All right, there's that card. Is young and gets bored, but he loves to snuggle around our necks like a mink coat. I love it. You know, we do the same thing with Tigger. We put him, like Tigger's sitting over there, we will put him, we wrap him around one side and bring him around the other side, and then he just sits on our shoulders like a sack of potatoes. It's so cool. All right, you guys, we got that one done. We are getting there, you guys. We're at 2 hours, but we had 10 cards to make, right? So we have 4 more cards, and we're gonna finish this up. I know we're gonna go a little bit over like the 2-hour window, but I don't know how I was expecting to get 10 cards made in 2 hours. All right, but we're doing good. All right, so this one. All right, we're going to need the next one on the pile here. We have 2 tags, 2 turntables, and a microphone. 2 tags and 2 scoops here. So Mossy Meadow, burnish it. And what we're gonna do is get these 2 pieces glued down right away. Go like that. Make sure I have that right. Yep, so I want to do this side with the glue. And I started to put glue right there, so we're just going to wipe that off. It's okay. And then this goes on here. Now, this is another one where my mat here is, I should have tested it, you guys. I should have tested it. So let's grab, I'm going to trim off a little bit. I got to find my little baby trim cutters. Hang on. Did I have it out yet? I want to trim off just a little bit of, there it is. And it's stuck in its spot. Hang on. Okay. There it is. Okay. So I want to cut just a hair off of, so this is what happens. If you put glue on and you've already, you know, you want to trim it, then you just got to be careful where the glue is. I just want to trim a little bit off there. If you don't put the glue all the way to the edge, it helps. And so now I'm thinking that that will be just a little bit more green showing. And I want even more. We want more. Hang on. We want a hair more. There. And there. See if that's better. So the way you could really test it without your glue, I'm going to put the non-glue pieces back to back here. And then I can really get a feel for, okay, does that look good? Yes. Now I can go ahead, put that on here. So you might do a little, you guys, I always try to encourage you, test it out before you put the glue on it. And I did exactly what I don't usually do. So I tested that out. Now we got that done. This shouldn't make that big of a difference, but how you can test it, put the side that isn't glued down. And I think I'm going to trim off just a hair. Again, a hair. This is exactly why you want to not put the glue on before you test it. I'm going to do a little bit right there. And again, I got it backwards, right? And we're going to do a little bit off the bottom end. And it's okay. We're going to make it work. So do as I say and not as I do, right? All right. So this should now, well, it's still a little bit big. Wait, what do I got to do here? I don't want to get glue everywhere. I feel like I want a little bit more off of this side right here. So, it's like a little bit backwards because I want to have an edge. Oh, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use that line as a guide. You guys, we're trying not to get glue everywhere. That is our goal right now. There. See if that's better. Better. Okay, good. So just needed a trim. That was like all about giving a haircut, you guys. That was a very hard haircut to give. All right. So that's where the little trimmer comes in handy. If you don't have a guillotine, like that is a great reason to have like a little baby guillotine. All right, so our tags. We need to cut a little bit of ribbon, so maybe about 4 inches. And what you're gonna need to do is put that through both of these tags. Yeah, test that paper size, you guys. If you test it before you put glue on it, it's so much easier to trim it. Definitely easier. So this goes through like this. And what you're gonna wanna do is twist this around until it's all kind of nice and, so it scrunches good. All right, if you have the buddy system at home, this is where it's perfect to have a friend that can help you. Having a clipboard helps, having a reverse tweezers helps, something to hold this. And what you're gonna do is take 1, 2, and 3. Probably 3 is good. You're gonna take 3 of these and you're gonna just tie them around the tag up here. So the longer that you made the first piece, the nicer it is to yourself. So you're gonna just take those and look at that. That's how we do this. So that, and then just make a knot though. So just go one more time. And now that's it for that. So you got that done. Okay, perfect. So that's our tag. We'll trim our ends later in life. We're gonna grab our 3 fish that we had pulled out. And these, you guys, again, no magic of TV, unfortunately. And we're just gonna trim out our 3 fish. So I did grab a big one, and that big one kind of is hanging in the middle. And then we're gonna have like this little baby blue one. And then we've got another one, like a medium size one. And you guys got the whole sheet that you can pick from whatever fish you want. I guess, I don't know my fish very well, but there are saltwater fish on here and there are freshwater fish. You might not mix and match them. I guess I don't know. Tyler was trying to explain to me which is which, and I'm like, oh, okay. Like, I'm just making a pretty card. I just want my fish to match in terms of color. So that's why I went with a pink one, you know, and a blue one and a green one. Zoom, I love it. And it suits her because she zooms. So our cats will sometimes get the zoomies as well. It's awesome. They come running up the basement and they slide across the kitchen floor and their butts come out from underneath them and they land on their side belly area and then they keep going, sliding, and then they catch themselves and they pick up and then they keep running. So the cats get the zoomies. I love it. All right, so we almost got our fish here. So we're gonna do the same concept with our fish that we did with the last card where we had fish. We're going, well, probably the first card. We want to get some dimensionals here that are smaller. And we're gonna prep them at the base here where their mouths are. So go there, and then this last guy here. And so we've got a little bit of a dimensional going on for our fish. And if you got them backwards here, you could already grab, so we're gonna put a little bit more to help support them. So there, and then one more here. All right, string now. So how much string you should probably have enough here. So we're gonna take this one and just cut it in half and catch the string to its mouth, right? Behind its mouth. And then you're gonna do the same thing with this one. Catch the string right here. And then we need a little schnibbling here. Okay. You guys didn't know you were going to go fishing today, and you're actually going to be catching. All right, so then with our tag, we're going to do, I'm going to glue this so it's flat. So just put a little dollop of glue back there. Oh, I'm sticky. My fingers are sticky. So this kind of is offset slightly. Like this little vanilla comes off just a little bit. Okay, and then what we're going to do is put the big fish down first. And it's going to be kind of hanging in the middle like this. And then this one, she must have been the runt. Yes, you know, so I think Hunky is the runt from the litter, but he is going to be huge, like bigger Tigger. And then Honey is going to be the small little one. She's very dainty and petite. And then we've got this one hanging off the other side over here. You can make it like behind it if you want. You can put it a little over the top. I'm doing varying heights. Like the big one is the first one, and then him, and then this other one's down just a hair. Okay. Now though, you have all these weird random strings. You are going to need to pull this ribbon back slightly, and then push this ribbon. Let's use the pokey tool here. So take this ribbon and poke it through. Oop, I had it, and then it went away. Hang on, let's get you through here. It's a tedious job, but somebody has to do it. So there's one string. Now we got to get another string through here. Okay. Get that and pull your little tool. That'll help. There's that one, and now we have the last one. Poke that through. Boom, just like that, okay? Now get them situated. I like for that one on the left to be on the left and the one in the middle to be in the middle. And then you're gonna grab your tear and tape. And we're just gonna secure all these back here, okay? Grab all three of them and put a little tear and tape back there to hold them. Now, if you wanted to, you could potentially pull them like out and so that they're more curved to them. And then this tag gets popped up with dimensionals. So let's cut the rest. Look at this, you guys. We might finish off this sheet of dimensionals. I always love doing that. All right, so we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4. This guy can go here and one there. All right, so then we're gonna put this right onto our card front. Okay, let's see where we're gonna line this up. We're getting rid of our strings here. I have a hard time doing things crooked. I'll be honest with you guys. I'm like a left, right, top, bottom, like straight. Like I'm a straight, like when it comes to putting things on cards. But there are people who like things a little kitty wampus and crooked, right? And that's okay. So you guys do what makes you happy. If you like it to be like kind of crooked or like this, fine. If you like things for very straight, go for it. Whatever you want. It's your card. I always try to tell people that. Do what makes you happy when it comes to putting your card together. I'm going to try to make it so it's not quite as straight, but maybe I am. I don't know. I guess I'm drawn to things being straight down the edges like this. I did make the vanilla tag crooked though, right? So you did see me do that. So there you go. All right, so I'm happy with it like this. Now what I'm going to do is just take these strings off to the side here and kind of give them a haircut. And then give the other side a haircut. And then the ribbon at the top here, now that I have it on my card, I'm going to trim the first one at an angle, and then the next one is going to be a hair longer. Haha, get it a hair, and we're giving haircuts. So let's, perfect. Okay, so we got that going on. Give me some 90-degree angles anyway. Oh yeah, I gotta head out the door. All right, Feline, we'll see you later. Have a great day. It's your Friday. I love it. Okay, so we're going to make this one into a birthday card. And we are going to put on the inside. What are we going to put? I think it's time for a celebration, right? Go. Yep, good things come to those wait. And all right, so let's get our pecan pie. We need our sending smiles. So there's pecan. And we need sending smiles again. So, oh, I think I have birthday wishes out right here. So let's do this one, and we're gonna do birthday wishes right there. Perfect. Oh no, it's gotta go up a little bit higher. Good. Now for this one, you guys do your ends however you want. You could go like bannered ends. I did like a reverse banner. So I'm going to cut it about there, and then I'm going to make my reverse banner like that. So kind of cut it how wide you want it, even a little more, and then make your reverse banner. Okay, so that's how I did little peekies like that. All right, so the inside, we're going to do a fish, I think, and we're going to do it in... What did we do here? I think we did boho and green. Oh, we did a green fish. Okay, we'll do that then, just to show you another combination for a fish. So we're done with this one and this one, and we need to grab back a fish from over here. So we need that one again, and then there's an innie for the fish. So there's an innie and an outie, and we're gonna grab, ooh, that's a tight pad here. All right, so we need Misty and Mossy. And we need to get a little scrap underneath here because it will go over the edge. So we did, give me, Mary Gunn says, give me 90 degree angles anyway. Yep. I have here, we're gonna do a fish down here, and the inside of the fish, so you could do boho, you could do Misty, but I definitely would do, so second strength if you're gonna do Misty. So we're gonna just stamp off. And so Mary Gunn, I don't know if you were watching earlier, but when Honey plopped her butt right down here, I thought of Kerwin and how Kerwin just blop right in front of wherever you are working. He would go wherever you are. So I think we're gonna do this calls for a celebration. And oh, that fits just barely on this block. So we're gonna do that. And I think we'll do it in green. Since I re-inked that ink pad, it's nice and darker. So we're gonna do that right there. Okay. I think we're on the final stages of this guy. So let's get these shut. And we'll glue this. And then this one is actually gonna get a dimensional on, ooh, I have the front and the back. So we're gonna do a double stacker. Well, actually, I only did a single here. So we're going to do a single, perfect. Okay, so we need a little bit of liquid glue. around that and then over here. This for our inside, like that. And then this kind of covers up. You know what? I wonder what it will be like if we put one under and one over. So we're covering up part of our big fish, but then that other little fish. So depending on your height, right? So this one, the tail is coming below it and under, right? Where this one, I chose a little bit smaller of a fish, and that's okay. And then I have it a little bit different. This one uses the bronze. So Lydia's kitty decided to wash his bottom in the background last Friday. Yeah, yup, that'll happen on those bigger jobs, right? So Tigger will be out here, and the ladies love Tigger in class. So he'll come out here and he'll just sit in the middle of the table, and he will lift that leg back up and whip it up, and he will just start going to town cleaning himself wherever he needs to clean himself. And he gives the ladies a show, I will tell you. He does. So that's our bigger Tigger for you. You missed it. Okay, yeah. So I thought of Kerwin when Honey was sitting right over here. All right, you guys. Oh, we've got number 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 7 done. All right, so we have 2, 3 more to go. We are rocking and rolling. We're getting through these one at a time here. All right, next one. This guy right here. Oh my gosh, you guys, you got to see this. I got to show you these 2 kittens. Hang on. I'll flip this around. Hang on. This way. You guys can see me. I got to show you the kittens. Side quest really quick, you guys. It's adorable, right? So let's flip it this way. Look at these 2 kittens. How peaceful they look. See? They're sleeping. Oh my goodness, look at those 2. I wish I could take a picture right now, but I'll have to mark this moment here. 2 hours and 16. I gotta show this to Tyler because he would be so happy. Now, Hunky, you guys, Hunky has not graduated. Hunky is officially a baby yet. He can't jump up on the counters, and that's okay because he plays with the strings on the blinds. And so I don't put him up there unless I can keep an eye on him. And so I'm sad because Hunky would probably be sleeping up there with them, but again, he's a wee little one. Okay. Whew, you guys. All right. So let's get this guy going. So this label here set is from the Something Fancy again. And you know what? I think it's time for a celebration. That will fit on there perfectly. So I think we're going to do that on this one as well. So let's grab this and my cleaner. And we're going to clean this because we're going to do, I think it's time for a celebration. And we're going to do, what's on the inside? A fish. Another fish. So we're going to leave the fish on the blocks. And we are going to get happy birthday and put that on the inside. All right, so we got pecan again. And they look so peaceful over there, you guys. So tired. They had such a stressful day so far. Not really, but they think they did. Okay, I think it's time for a celebration. And then what we're gonna do is this one, and we're going to pull in some boho and make a blue fish. So we'll do the outline in first string. Again, it's a horizontal card, right? So make sure you keep it horizontal. And we're gonna stamp off and fill in that. And our happy birthday, it is right over here, I'm guessing. Let's see if it's in here. No. Oh, it's right here. Aha. I haven't been putting them away because we've been using them. All right, so the stamps are getting a workout today. Happy birthday goes right there. And I think that's it for stamping. So this uses this big fish right here. And we're gonna need a couple of those strings, so that's good. So let's get this assembly action going. So this one and what am I gonna do? I think we'll get glue on the back of these 3 things as well. All right, you guys ready for this? Lots of gluing here. Okay, this one, and this one. And this goes on our inside. Just like so. Oh man, here's another example. I should have tested the waters before putting this. So this goes like this, and let's just see here. That'll be good. Okay, so if you want to get a ruler out, get a ruler out. But if you trust yourself, you can work with the glue. So I'm gonna go here. I kept mine closer to the middle. So I left a border on the outside. So when I put this one down, if I'm not even, I can still wiggle them. I'm even enough for myself. I'm happy with that, you guys. So you gotta guess. But if you would have been off with your middle one, then finagle them left and right a little bit. But I am absolutely happy with that. Okay, now we need ribbons. So this one uses both ribbons. And this pecan ribbon is actually so awesome because it's just a little bit bigger than the blue. And the blue kind of nestles right in the middle of it. Super cool. So let's get the ribbon down. And trust me, I am doing the ribbon before I'm doing the labels. Well, let's actually, you know what? Let's do our labels. So you're thinking, well, how do these labels work? Because this one is the same, is perfect for this, but these 2 are the same size. What you're gonna need to do is take this blue one and cut it in half this way. Grab your liquid glue. Hi, Sandy Wicklander. And your glue is gonna go here. I don't know if I knew you were watching, but yay, you're here. So now this is going to get set on here and spread apart, right? End to end with a little blue on the top. And then pick up the other side here. And then you've got these going end to end. So that's how you do the border with the ribbon like, or the label like that. All right. Then what we can do, this label needs to go right about here. And I think let's go ahead and get that glued down. So grab a little liquid glue, put that right on here. It's about a good finger width up, like 1.5 finger width up. This one's a good 2 up there, and then centered left to right. Okay, tear and tape. You're gonna need 4 weighting in the wings, and then 2 on the back of the card right away. And that's because we've got 2 ribbons that we need to glue down. So we're gonna pop this on here, and this on here. And then this goes right through the middle of our labels, like that. And then grab your weighting in the wings. And then your blue, 42, actually just nestles, so you don't even see that softer tan color. You just see the satin edges. Like that. And you've got these 2 sitting here. Perfect. All right. Now, you could pop the whole thing up if you wanted, but I think I'm just going to leave it flat. And what we're going to do is a little bit of liquid glue back there. And that goes right there. Good deal. All right, so for this one, I don't want to put any dimensionals right here. If I have the edge of if we have the edge of one of these, this would be perfect actually. So what I'll do is I'll cut this off the edge like that, and then cut that in half. And I call it creating the track. So we're gonna have one there and one here. And now when you put your label down, you don't have to worry about the ribbon having tape on it. So then that goes just like so. Okay. Whew. Okay. Don't worry, I didn't forget about this. I just sneak that in there. So we need to get a fish from our pile here. So grab that paper back. I want that fish right there. And you know, I wonder if oh, his tail is missing. So hang on. We're actually gonna get this one then, right? That big guy right there. And then we need a fish for there, so let's grab that one right away, as long as we're in our paper again. It's this little guy right here. Perfect. So we need that for that card, and then, oh, and a big blue fish. Look at that, right here, this guy. So we need, I'm just cutting the next 3 fish, so I don't have to pull the paper up again. All right, so we got our fish that we need. If you wanted to cut any of these fish to put them on the inside of your card, you could also do that as well, instead of stamping fish. All right, so we need this one right here. Oh, and it's going the other way. Oh, and that's okay. So they look like they're the same size, but this one's going this way and that one's going that way. No problem. We're just gonna make our fish go opposite on the card front, and it'll be all good. So we're gonna just do a little bit of a trim job here around our fish here. All right, Debbie Gass. Well, thanks for joining. We always say better late than never, and you can always catch it at the replay at the beginning. So we got that. And you can always watch these 3 cards. I'm in my 3rd last card, and we've got 2 more to go. We should be finishing up here. I would have to say, oh my gosh, it'll be a 3-hour class before we're done, you guys. And that's okay. That's the great thing. So if you can't do this class like in 3 hours, like start to finish with me, like if you don't have 3 hours to set aside, you could do like in chunks. Definitely do chunks. You could do like the first 3 cards and then the next 3 cards. So this is gonna sit something like this. You guys can totally break this up into however fits best with your schedule. And then what we're gonna do is put, I think we're gonna put one right at the bottom. And maybe that guy will be good. It's gonna be right along the bottom edge there. And then we're gonna put a glue dot right at the top of his fin, I think. And we're gonna see how that works. The other thing though, oh yes, this will be fine. So this will go like that. Okay, something like so. Another string here though. So we need a string for this card, and the next card, and the next card. Oh my gosh, we have 3 strings left. This will be perfect. Okay. We're going to, okay, we've got a hook and this little bobber thing. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put a glue dot on the back of the hook. And we're gonna set up the hook so it's hanging out of the mouth. Yes, Dion, it is the perfect thing with technology. I would definitely agree. You're gonna make it look like the hook, he's hooked in his mouth, right? So set that up, that glue dot will catch. All right, now you're gonna take the string, and we need another glue dot. So we're gonna put a glue dot over the hook. You're going to catch the string there now. Part of it's gonna catch. And it's still tacky. You're gonna put your little bobber thing, spinner, hanging off of that. Catch that glue. Okay, so far so good, you guys. So we've got the bobber thing, spinner thing hanging off the hook in the fish mouth. Now what we need to do is bring this string up and over and around, okay? So it's going to be coming out the top of the card right about here. So what I would suggest doing, grab your picky tool, grab a glue dot, and what you're going to do is pick the spot where you want it. I'm going to have it coming out right about here. So get that glue dot behind the label, and now loop this up and over and catch that glue dot. Perfect. Okay, so now it's in the glue dot, but now what we just have to do, cut the ribbon short and tuck that back in there so you don't see the end of it. Okay, it's not rocket science. It's just, we're catching fish, right? So that's how we have it. Now, what you could do, I would put one more glue dot for good measure. I think that's all done, good. What you're gonna do is take that glue dot, put it underneath his mouth, and there. That will help secure that hook. That's all good. All good and de-hood. All right. Yay! All right, we got gold gems on this one. So it's opposite. So I am gonna put this one here, there, and then one more up there. Or, you know what, I like down here too. Okay, push them down good. All right, Cindy Reed, this is the blue ribbon that we've been using the whole class so far. It's called the textured ribbon in boho blue. So, yay. All right, we got that one done. Whew, you guys, 2 more. This is like a card workout and a half. All right, let's put them back here. And we're gonna do this one next. I think it's time for a celebration again. All right, so that is in a different color. I think, I can't remember anymore. But we had it right here. So we're just gonna clean it just in case. And then we're gonna use happy birthday. All right, we're gonna do the same kind of concept with this, with our whole ribbon and all that good stuff. So, and our bobber. So set those off to the side, don't lose them. And we got this. And we got Pebbled Path this time. Oh, we haven't used that lately. So let's grab Pebbled Path. The folder that we used on this is called that Twisted Rope embossing folder. All right, so I think it's time for a celebration. And then happy birthday. All right, so that's done. Grab this one. Where's our happy birthday? Right there. That's why I put plastic on my cards, you guys, so that the ink doesn't go all over. All right, so we're doing happy birthday. And then we're going to do the little fly fishing thing. This little guy. And that is in the boho. So let's grab this back. He goes right in the bottom corner like that. And I think that's it for our stamping on this one. So let's put this over here and measure. Okay, our vanilla should be good. So I'm gonna get that glued, but let's check this stuff really quick. That's good. Okay, so let's get this and this glued. Okay. So this is our other pattern paper that got cut at the diagonal. And that goes here. The other thing too, so Cindy, you asked about what ribbon was used. Whenever I do a Stamp-a-Stack, a game night, a sweet bundle class, ink, paper, scissors, whenever I do any of those classes, oh, you know what? We're gonna plug this back in just in case. All right. Whenever I do any of those type of classes, Cindy, if you go to my website, just to show you, in case others don't know this as well, if you go to the class today, like we're on August 9th, and if you click on the class, if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, I have a list of supplies way at the bottom. So here are all the dies that I used today. Here's the stamp sets I used, the embossing folders. Here's the boho blue 3/8 ribbon, the fishing paper. All the supplies that I used for this class are always in the event at the bottom. So I don't do that for the monthly cards, and I don't do that for the Let's Just Stamp. But other than that, though, that's always at the bottom of the event. So like you're looking for today's, or if you're looking for class tomorrow night, anybody's ever looking for the supplies list is always listed in my events calendar. So this one uses the boho blue again. So let's just cut what we need here. All right, so then this covers up the seam here. Again, this is that Twisted Rope embossing folder. Super cool. So this is gonna go on here and here. And let's get that glued down onto the card front. And we have the same concept with this fish. You know what, I don't think I did the bone folder on this, so it helps to just keep that nice and crisp edge on there. And this one's gonna go right there. Perfect. All right, so I think what we'll do is we'll pop this up. Oh, guys, here it is. I think we're almost gonna have this gone. We're going to do one there and one there. Oh, almost. There's like 2 left. All right, so let's get this put on the card front. It's pretty much centered, top to bottom, left to right. I did match that little peak and that little peak, kinda. So, guess something like that. Now to make this easy on ourselves, for this one, I think what I'm gonna do, before I put this down, we're gonna add the glue dot. It does, boho goes with many things. Underneath the 4, I'm gonna grab 1 string. I have 2 strings left, you guys, super cool. I'm gonna put that in here right away, just so that it's there, because that'll make it a little bit easier. And then what we're gonna do is, I think I popped that up, so we're gonna do a little popping. Almost. You guys, I used up the sheet. How exciting. So we're gonna finish off with that one. Garbage. Put it to bed, right? You won't see that black dimensional through there. So then this is popped up here. Just like that. All right. This one is the red fish. Red fish, blue fish, 2 fish, green fish. Do you know your Dr. Seuss? I don't. I think. 1 fish, 2 fish, red fish, blue fish. All right, so then we're gonna cut this little guy. We're gonna prep. It's gonna be very similar to the last one where he's kind of like just hanging there with the hook in his mouth. Poor little guy got caught. So you guys are not only fishing, we're catching in this class. So we're gonna take these 2 like that. And we're gonna prep the mouth area with a glue dot so that we can have that hook back there. So then kind of find a good spot for your fish to be hanging. Something like this. All right, then the hook gets a glue dot like that. The hook is going to be kind of under his mouth, right? And then the glue dot's gonna catch the boho blue paper, okay? Another glue dot. So if you guys missed this on the last card, this is how you do it again. And now this string is gonna come up and over, catch it, and then cut off really close, and then your bobber. I'm gonna put 1 more glue dot just because that ribbon covered it up pretty good. So we're gonna put 1 more glue dot, and then this kind of hangs like that. There it is. See? Very nice. Now this one uses back to the red, the coppery ones. So I think I don't know, I almost think I'm gonna put them over here this time. So 1 here, 1 here, and there's a random little one right there. See if that looks okay on the end there. I think I'm okay with that. So with this one, the coppery ones look really nice with the boho blue. All right. Whew, you guys, that's our second last one. Very nice, very nice, very nice. All right. On to the last, but certainly not least card. All right, we got that and that, and let's do our fish cuttery here. Cute and easy, yes. This last one's gonna actually be super easy too. Now there were a couple in there that took a little bit more time, but all of them are not so difficult. So this one, we're just gonna cut this right away so that the cutting part is done. And this one pulls in a different stamp set, you guys. If you don't have this stamp set, what other bigger, larger words do you have that you could use? So this one uses Biggest Wish. And we use the happy birthday on the outside, and then we put on the inside, I think it's time for a celebration. So let's get this out of the plastic so that we can see it better. And I think that what we're gonna do is get some stuff cleaned up here because we gotta switch out some stamps. that fly fishing thing here. That's why I keep, oh, we're gonna use a little different lure. Okay, so we're gonna clean this guy. I think we need, it calls for a celebration. We don't need happy birthday. We don't need the fish. Okay, so then we're gonna flip this one out, and then use this little guy. And we're done with the fish, so we can retire him for now. And we're done with this fish. So we're gonna put those out here. And then that's done. So we have these two out. Okay, then we're done with the happy birthday, yay. Good job. And then the sending smiles, done, yay. You guys, you can tell they're loved when they're so pink. And then the biggest wish, this guy right here. We're gonna use the happy and the birthday. So we're gonna pull out happy birthday here and here. So we'll get those on blocks right there. Okay, so we only used these 4 stamp sets is what we pulled in, primarily for the sentiments. And if you would have used all retirement ones, you could have saved them all and you wouldn't have needed the other. Okay, let's grab this. So, you guys, we're on to our last one already, yay! All right, Mossy Meadow base. And then we have our boho. So you have 2 pieces of vanilla, they're not the same size. One's for your inside, right? And one's for your outside. So this one's a little bit smaller. And this is gonna go here, covers up the vanilla, leaves a little blue on the edge. And then I think it's time for a celebration. So let's grab that. Let's do that first. That's pecan, or depending on where you are when you say it. So let's stamp that right here. There's a mosquito in here, guys. Oh man, he's after me. Okay, then that guy's in soft. Okay, so this one too, let's put this back here. And this is gonna be kind of hanging from the top, I guess. That's what we did, all right? And then the inside, we did it in boho. So let's grab boho. So we'll have the inside done. This one I stamped off, so it's not at first strength. It's definitely at second strength. Okay, so our inside's ready to go. Now we need this piece right here. So I would suggest having a guide here that's gonna go right here. And I would do the happy, or I would do the birthday first. All right, so birthday. Now you're going to center this. So I suggest, if you don't want to get ink on this, flip it upside down for now so that you don't accidentally get ink on it. And then the birthday is gonna go right here. I love photopolymer stamps because you can watch the ink actually transfer to the paper. It's super cool. So there's our birthday. Now, for some reason, if you don't like it, like my bee didn't get enough ink up there, it got kind of splotchiness, flip it over. And I'm gonna put it so that, because you can kind of see through it. I'm gonna cover that side up on the bottom there, and we're gonna try again. Right, like that. Okay, so there's our birthday. And now pull back the pecan, and we're gonna use happy. And it kind of covers up, well, that's not on there so good, hang on, let's do that better. And kind of cover up, the P's go into the H and the T slightly, and that's okay, and the Y does too. Kind of nestle that in there. Good. Okay. Okay, I think we've officially finished the stamping for this class. Yay. Let's put this away. And let's get glue happy. So this can get glued, this can get glued, and our inside can get glued. So grab the liquid glue. Okay, so glue, glue, and glue. This will go for our inside, right like that. Good. Then this one goes onto here. Just like that. And then I have this set up so that you see the blue on the left, but not any vanilla. Okay. Now, double ribbons on this one. Oh, I thought I was done with the tear and tape. Of course I'm not. So we need 4 waiting in the wings, and then the 2 on it. On the back, I'm going to trim. This is just a hair wider than my blue, so I can take my scissors and just trim that. And we need to just trim. So this is another one where the blue gets put right into the middle of the pecan. So tape that up, and then we need one here. So you guys, what we got tomorrow night is the Earth and Elegance class. We've got maybe 8 spots left for that class. So Earth and Elegance is tomorrow night. And then next week, and I'm trying to see where I have the cards, Monday, we have the Playing in the Rain class. And I think I have like 6 or 7 left for Playing in the Rain. So in case you guys missed it, this is what we're gonna do Monday at 1 o'clock. We're gonna make these cards. I do have more. Next week, Thursday, I believe, we're gonna be doing these here. We get to use the fishing again. And then we've got these, this is the August monthly class. So we've got that coming up. Next Tuesday, in case you guys don't know, I have a few left for Rose's class with the technique using the paste. And so these are the cards you'll make Tuesday with Rose. That's the 15th. All right, so got a little bit coming up there. The earthen ones, I gotta figure out where I have. Oh, I have them in the box. So I'll grab the earthen really quick so you guys can see what we're doing tomorrow night. I'll grab those in a second. So this, just line this up here. Now you have your chance to do your wiggle room to center your birthday. If you move this over a hair more, you can center that really nicely so that there's an equal amount of vanilla on both sides. And you're gonna have this waiting, ready to put down. And you guys, I'm all out of the Winter Wonderland Stamp-a-Stack. That was last week. So I think that class is all in the books, wrapped up. So and this one too, I don't know if I saw anybody, but there was at the beginning of class, there was one of this class left. I'll have to check my emails. Somebody might have emailed me, but if you're interested, email me about this class. And now we're gonna just put a little bit here. I had 1 full set. No We'll Be Happy stamper pricing left for this class, just 1 full set that I can make happen. And then this goes right on the front. Oh, here's the thing. Let's put a glue dot back here already. All right, because we have a little line. It's coming out right about here. And we have 1 piece of thread left. And so let's catch that. And then let's put this down. So that was an afterthought and we snuck it in, but now I know that this needs to go here. So let's put that here. All right, and then what we're gonna do is prep what we're gonna do, we're gonna put a glue dot there so that he's ready to catch the line. And then we're going to put a dimensional here and here. And so we got to kind of be cohesive about how we're going to do this. So the thing you could do, if your ribbon is a little knickly, you can always take your bone folder and like when you're wrapping a present, you can kind of smooth it out a little bit with your bone folder. So this is where we got to be strategic now. We got to get these lined up so that the line fits his mouth, right? So let's set this kind of where we think it's going to need to go. Something like that. Catch that mouth. There you go. All right. Whew, we got some bronze ones that go over here. I'll do a big, a small, and a small. You could have put them above the fish to make it look like there were like bubbles coming out, but I liked them better over in the corner here. Oh, take a deep breath, you guys. I think I need a drink. I haven't taken a sip for a couple hours, it seems. Okay. Wow. 10 cards, 3 hours. Oh man, it's 4 o'clock. I got bingo in like 2 hours, but I'm ready. I'm pretty much ready. So, yay, we got that done. So excited. Let's pull in all the cards, and you guys can tell me which one's your favorite. I think I'm gonna save, not cut it, doing any folders, or I should say envelopes with my, you know what I mean, with my designer series paper. You guys can always decorate. You have a designer paper. You could always decorate your envelopes later. But let's pull in all the cards so you guys can see what we all got done. We made 10 cards in 3 hours, you guys. Is that not crazy? I think that's a little crazy, a little cray-cray. All right, let's get rid of you. And this needs to go down. Let's pull, I gotta make a little room because I don't have enough room with all my stamps here. So let's get this out of the way. You guys, this was my pile. Look at this, is where I kept putting all of my dimensional backs, got put right onto my magnifying glass. All right, let's get some room here. Oh, I could have used that one up. Oh, that was so close to being gone. All right, so let's just do this real quick, you guys. And then I'm gonna bring in every card and you can tell me. I know Mary says great class and cards. Randy loves them all. Well, that's awesome. I love that you guys love them all. I'm curious though, do you have a favorite? So let's grab these guys. So if you don't have this biggest wish set, this is the perfect card to make with it using that happy and the birthday like that. Super cool. So let's get these away. That's done. This goes here. Happy goes there. And the last lure can be put to bed for the time being. Awesome. Let's put the spread out here. And then you guys, we're gonna do a drawing for the door prize. All right, so there was our last one. Here's this one. Here's this one and this guy. And that one. Guys, I'm gonna see if all 10 of them fit on the screen. Let's see if we can make this happen. All right, there's that one. So close, let's see here. That there. There it is. So we just made, you guys, all 10 of these cards, a one sheet wonder. Woo! Okay, tell me what's your favorite. All right. So you guys didn't see Hunky. This is little Hunky. There he is. This is Honey's sister. So Honey 2.0's brother. So sorry, his brother. And he was sleeping on the chair all by himself. So I'm gonna go put him up by the other two because now that we're done, I can keep an eye on him. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying. The book one, the book coral, this one. Okay, love it. Awesome cards. I love them all. Okay, so you guys, I didn't have these cards handy just a minute ago. So these are what we're doing tomorrow night for Earth and Elegance, or Earth and Textures, whatever you want. One's a suite, one's the bundle. We're gonna make these. I think I have about 8 left of that class. So we're getting down to the end on that one. Let's see here. And then the other thing I didn't show you guys is the Inked Botanicals ink paper scissors. You guys, this is what we're doing for ink paper scissors for fun folds. I have everything kitted up and ready to go. That's a gift card holder. This is the mystery card layout from last month. Super cool. And then this one's our awesome card that looks like this. Like, they're all fun folds. So you guys, if you want to get on that, some awesome cards. And then Diane and I were working on designing yesterday. Super cool. These are hot off the press as of yesterday. So this is a new set called Fruitful Blessings. This is going to be the ink paper, no, the Let's Just Stamp for September. And super cool. We ended up with this card. So this is an all new product. And then this one's my favorite. It could be a Thanksgiving card or a birthday card, whatever you want it to be. And then we did, this one is more of like a pear, you know, like a partridge in a pear tree. So that uses this new stamp set called Fruitful Blessings. And so hot off the press, this is the first September class that we have ready for you guys. So fun. We're in the process of working on a couple more. The autumn ink, paper, scissors is in the works, and we're going to start working on the garden walk ink, paper, scissors, and we're also going to be working on the order-based class featuring translucent flowers. So yay! Oh, Cindy's so glad she got this kit. I am too. Yay, yay. Oh, Donna loves Hunky's color. Yes, he is our tiger. So, okay. Oh, you guys, I think I need to get a drink of water too. So that was good, you guys. We got all these 10 cards done. I'm very happy. I'll have to remember that next time when we do a class like this. I know when Gina did the class, you guys, it took her 3 hours with in person with 7 people. So I know it's a little bit longer of a class. So, all right, we're going to do a quick door prize real quick. Quick. I'm going to put this card. Where did you go? Right there. Okay. So we're going to do a door prize. So for anybody who did the online version with me, there were 51, and that includes me. So if I get number 48, then I know that I won't give myself a prize, and I'll pick somebody else. So let's get the random number generator up and see who's going to win. So let's do this random number generator. We said 51, and if number 48 gets picked, that's me. I'll pick again. So 51, we're going to hit the word generate, and 40. 40 is Mary Augustin. Yay, Mary. Awesome. This is Mary's first class with me, and she won a door prize. So congratulations, Mary. I'm not sure if you're going to catch the live or the replay of this class, but if you do, congratulations to you. I'm so excited for you. I hope you enjoyed your first class with me. Fabulous. Okay. I think without further ado, you guys, I'm going to let you guys go. Oh, man. We had quite the class here. So I'm very happy for everybody that stuck through and watched it with me. If you're watching the replay and you have questions, just know that your best bet is to reach out to me privately. I don't always go back and catch questions on the YouTube lives. Like, that would be a lot to go back and watch every live looking for comments. So I always try to remind people, if you're needing help with anything, just reach out to me. You guys saw all my information is here, my phone number, my website, my email address. It's all there. If you want to get signed up for any classes, the main thing is to get in the book, right? This is how I keep track of everything. So if you ever want to sign up for the class, the easiest thing to do is just reach out to me by telephone, Facebook Messenger, email, and just message me and tell me that you'd like to take a class, and we'll figure it out from there. So, whew. I think I need to get some water, you guys. So I'm going to finish prepping for bingo tonight. If you need anything in the interim, guys, just reach out to me. Lots of love and sunshine and big hugs to you guys. I hope you enjoy the rest of your night, and we'll be back here tomorrow evening. And I can't wait, because I'll be able to show you some more cards for upcoming classes after we get done designing tomorrow. And we're going to make Earth and Elegance tomorrow. So, all right. Yay, yes, congratulations to Mary. I'll have 2 classes that will give away cards for tomorrow night. I think we're all the way up to April, which is awesome. We might even be done with April and on to May now, so yay. Oh, good. Thank you, Cindy. I'm glad that you love the cards, and you're very welcome, you guys. Always happy to share with you guys. All right. Love you long time, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye. I'll count to 10, though, just in case it cuts out early.